Saint says I'm going to 1 million likes today. Honestly, I'm happy with 100k likes. Start tapping away. I need all my liking warriors. I need all my chatting warriors. I need you guys in the chat and involved. W's in the chat. Don't forget hashtag crypto, hashtag stand with crypto, hashtag FYP, hashtag let's go. Let's get the algorithm boosted. That's what we're going to do in this. What's the Discord server? The Discord server link is in my bio. Click the link in my bio and you can get it there. If you have trouble joining the Discord, copy it and put it into your browser and it'll take you right in. For some reason, the link sometimes gives people a hard time. If you have like malware, spamware on your phone, it's going to give you a hard time getting in there. So it's easy. Just copy and paste it into your browser. It's going to pop right up and you're going to get right into the Discord. No problem. So join the Discord. We've got the voice channel open on the side. It says lounge and you can pop in there. But please, if you do pop in on the Discord and you want to chat and have the conversation with Stand with Crypto, stay on TikTok as well, so that way we don't lose our viewership and we don't get bumped down in the algorithm, because we do want this message to be heard. You know what? Let's see here. Let's try something. Let's try something here. Let's try this here. Let's see here. Keep smashing that like button, guys. Tristan J. Kelly says, hi, Oz. Stop by to show some support. Appreciate you, brother. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. We're going to have an amazing show today. We have Cali Crypto from Stand with Crypto, not Crypto Cali, okay, or yeah, Cali Crypto. So he is one of the influencers and people here with well, I am live. I gotta take a picture. Yeah. I get nothing but problems from TikTok, man. 50% of the live goal is completed. Thank you, Cmont, Run Up. Thank you guys. Mother Dragons, MVP, Revolution. Thank you guys. We're halfway through our live goal here, and if you don't want to give anything, no problem, just keep hitting the like button or spam the chat. Put an emoji in the chat, put a W in the chat. If you think that this show is a winner, put a W in the chat. All right, who out there thinks that this show is a winner and should stay on the air? And if you think it shouldn't, put an L in the chat. If you think I should kick rocks, put an L in the chat. Let me know.
No L's.
That's right, no L's. Mother, I see you in the Discord. How are you?
I'm trying to support you, man. I'm in both.
Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Remember, if you are in the Discord, make sure you stay on the live with TikTok and you continue to engage with TikTok while we're doing the show. Because we will open the questions at the end after we have a little interview and a little chat, and you guys will have an opportunity to ask your questions, and I'm sure you're going to develop new questions as we talk and as we engage. And this is how education is done. You have to understand that these people that are coming on here, they are rubbing elbows, having dinners with the most powerful and influential people in the world, in this country, in the crypto space. These are the people that are developing the structure for the laws that will govern us and crypto. So this is your opportunity to have your voices be heard, to come together as a community and state your beef or state your praise. You know, this is your opportunity. You, ladies and gentlemen, have the opportunity to actually have your voices heard in a meaningful manner, not just random, influencers or people that are arguing on this space, but actually someone that has institutional power that can make changes on your behalf. These are the people that want to represent you in this space. They want to hear what you think. They want to hear what you have to say. Let your voices be heard. That is what's beautiful and what's powerful about this show, is we can come together as a community. And we can do so much more than just whine and complain about the markets, whine and complain about legislation. We can actually stand up and do something about it. If we're for something, this platform literally gives you an easy way to onboard you into reaching out to your senators, to your congressmen, to the people that influence you. And even if you are in a different country and you're not in the United States, we still want to hear your voice. You are still part of the crypto community. The crypto sphere is a global community. That's what's the beauty about it is. So I may be the California constituent, but you are adjacent to me because I am in California, even if you're outside of the country. So you hold influence in California through me. So you have an opportunity to step up and have your voices be heard. It's beautiful. It's honestly, I don't know anyone else in the space that's doing it like this. I don't know anybody else that's making moves like this. I see people that are going to events, they're interviewing people. There's people that are having their shows, but like, who's actually trying to make a difference out here? Actually pounding the pavement. I mean, I'm spending my own money to go out here and plug myself in, to put myself in a position to be influential in a way that can be positive towards the community, not just in myself, not just to my bags, but to the overall picture of what crypto is, right? We want crypto to grow and be something beautiful and amazing, and not a tool for control and tracking, right? We want it to be about freedom. And this is the time where we can stand up and we can make it about freedom, or we can make it about pumping our bags, because that's what they want. They want you to focus on pumping your bags and not focus on the legislation, because there is legislation at hand that can be passed, but we don't talk about it. It's unheard of. You haven't even heard it until it came out of my mouth. That's a sad thing, that no one else is really digging into it. They're digging as far as, how is this going to pump my bag? And there's so much more. What's up, brother?
No, like I think you're spot on. We navigate through these live streams often, and nobody really talks about what crypto has to offer. We're still using it like just like traditional finance, So getting our voices out there heard, and understanding like this is our opportunity to use these investment vehicles, this Wall Street that we've recreated, and keep the playing field level that was previously unlevel, like for the last century almost. So
right, this is our one opportunity to actually have control of finance. The control of finance can be in the hands of the people, and the bankers and the investors in Wall Street are starting to get their claws into it, and we got to keep them out of the cookie jar. It's our turn, right? This is for the people.
Definitely, definitely. I don't
Ladies and
think people
gentlemen,
really understand that yet, you know, and having these kind of streams like this and raising awareness is important.
absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fighting on the front lines of freedom, okay? The battles that we fight in this new war will be fought on your cell phone, on your computer, on your television screen, and in your mind, okay? And we are fighting on those front lines of freedom. So we need you to show up and show out and hit that like button, send in gifts, get this platform pushed into the algorithm, because today is important. Any other day, slack off. I don't care. You know what I've realized is I'm actually more popular than I realized, because there are dozens and dozens, if not hundreds or thousands, of fake accounts of me that have hundreds of thousands of followers each. And I may not get the credit for it. I don't care. It's about getting the message out there. So today is the day to shine, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the day to be hitting the like button, to be engaged, to stay for the entire show, listen to what we have to say, debate about it, come on to the Discord and have your voice be heard, ask your questions, be involved, and actually make a difference in the space. That's why we're here. We want to make a difference. We want to secure our freedom. Turn off the music while you guys are talking. All right. I should probably turn it off anyway here. All right. It's time to kill the music. So what's up, brother? You wanna do a little prequel back and forth? Let's talk Clarity Act, brother. Where you stand? What are you feeling? What are your thoughts?
Like, I'll be honest, I'm not really 100% sure of the legislation of it. I know people have been talking about that, the Clarity Act. My stance on the whole thing is we need to protect decentralized finance at all costs. There's never been a better investment vehicle for the common man that's ever existed, like in our lifetimes. Like, we have an opportunity here to be our own institution, and I think that needs to be protected. So whatever this legislation is trying to push out there, I think that kind of verbiage needs to be involved in it. The scary thing is most people don't really know about like DeFi like that. They when people trade crypto, they trade on Coinbase. And that's actually how I knew about what's that, the Stand with Cryptos, because I've used them quite a few times on Coinbase, like just to reach out to my local senators and whatnot.
And you're one of the few that do that. Most people, they'll sit here and they'll gripe and they'll complain about, what's going on, what the rules are, what the laws are, but they don't actually do anything about it. They don't get involved. They don't get into politics. They don't let their voices be heard. They don't write letters. They don't write emails. They don't do anything. Stand with Crypto literally makes it easy. They wrote the letter for you. They have
For real.
It's literally like click and it's done for you.
Exactly.
My main concern with the Clarity Act is, and it can be molded, right? It's not set in stone. It's only passed in the House. It's moved into the Senate. And when it's in the Senate, it has the opportunity to evolve and change into something much better, more refined, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the issue that I have with it is it does need refining. And we're going to get into that a little bit later. I'm going to talk more on that. But, we want institutions to come into crypto, right? That's going to pump our bags. That's why everybody wants the Clarity Act, because it's going to basically make it so the SEC doesn't regulate it anymore, and it's the CFTC that regulates it now. That's basically what the Clarity Act does. So that allows institutions to be able to buy things like XRP, right? Well, as of right now, institutions can't buy XRP because the injunction is still in place. Well, once the law changes, and this is something I've been saying all year long, all last year, once the law changes, then that will change, and you will see institutions come into XRP and other projects as well. But a lot of them are hands off right now because there's not enough clarity. There's not enough, set in stone concrete. Should we be getting into this or not? They want to, but these are institutions where if they do something wrong and mess up, they can lose everything, right? They have a lot at stake. So we have to provide an on-ramp for the institutions to come in. So that's like the main focus that everyone's focused on, but everyone's lost sight of, do we want to give up our security and our legitimacy as the holders, as the retail, as the consumer, right?
What security would you be giving up, I guess, would be my question.
Well, we're going to get into that.
Gotcha.
But in a nutshell, basically, Jesse, if you want to come in to the Discord, I would much appreciate if you would come in, because I don't have the Clarity Act pulled up, but she's our fact checker for the show. Jesse, if you're here and you could... I'm not going to be having guests on the TikTok side of things today. It'll all be in the Discord. But I appreciate you sending that in. So, and make sure everybody's smashing that like button, subscribing to the channel, share the show with your friends. Stark says, most people don't know what the Clarity Act consists of. Does he have a copy of it? That's one of the questions I'm going to ask him. Has he read it? Does he understand what it means? Like, those are the things we're going to be talking about today. Jesse, Revolution, if you are in the chat, if you could please come on, I would appreciate it. If you can, I understand. It would be, obviously, I'm asking you to donate your time to the cause here. By the way, can you guys hear the fan? I just turned the fan on. Is it annoying or are we good? Anyone? The fan annoying?
No, you're good.
All right, cool. This room gets hot, man. It's all like super soundproofed and everything, and because of that, it's freezing cold, yet this room is warm because of all the equipment that's on. So perfect. So yeah, back to the Clarity Act. The issue is basically it gives companies 4 years. It's like 3 years and some odd time. It's about basically 4 years to where they can operate outside of the SEC under the CFTC. And as long as they meet certain criteria, then they can become, once they prove that they're decentralized and they prove that they're certain, attributes that they have to achieve, right, over this 4-year period. Once they achieve that, then they basically can be ruled as a legitimate company or whatever. See, I can't even begin to understand and explain all of this. This is why we have the experts come on here.
So what you're talking about is the 3-year limit. So literally at 2 years and 30 days, at any time, they can rug pull everybody and be like, you know what, didn't make it as a coin, sorry. And so the Clarity Act is more so to protect the inventors and the government,
and
it does not protect and the institution. It does not protect, however, the investor and the daily consumer. And so the problem with the Clarity Act is that it was not written for people, everyday people. It was written for institutions to protect their money. Now they have, again, 3 years to decide if it's real or not. And the government, they know what, oh, it's real, it's not. And at any point in those 3 years, they can take all your money.
Right. So it gives them less oversight for the 3-year period. Right now, as soon as they hit the market, they're under the SEC, right? So they're under strict guidelines. The CFTC has very loose and laxed guidelines. That's the difference here. Okay, so making the CFTC rule over crypto as far as institutions go, they're in it and they can pretty much do whatever they want for that 3-year and 30-day period, which can be concerning to the investor, right? You want to get into a project early on, you could easily be rugged within that time frame. So the Boozman Booker draft has language in it that not only gives that same leeway to the institutions to allow them to have the clarity of being able to know where they stand legally in owning and operating in crypto, but also it protects the investor as well and the consumer. So what I would like to see is a blend of the two together, and that's what is done in the Senate, right? So we need to educate the people that are, pushing for the Clarity Act, that like, hey, I'm down for the Clarity Act if they can add these little rewrites in it that are going to be good for us. Why do the institutions get all the good stuff and we get, the crumbs?
And it's to keep them protected, to help the market grow, but not have any legal backlash.
Right. So let's protect both. We are literally writing the framework for the future of finance. Let's get it right, guys. Don't rush something just to make your bags pump. Let's get this legislation right, and let's get the right things passed so that way we can have a strong foundation to build upon. Let's not give our power
especially in California, because California sets the tone for many other states. And if people can call their local congressmen and Senate, all of that, they all contribute to what's decided once the Senate gets a hold of the bill. And the Senate can make changes at any time. But if we can establish something here in California, make those phone calls, and show up at meetings and push it in the right direction.
And I believe California, aren't the votes, because it is a republic, right? So each state has like a certain number of representatives and senators based upon the amount of people that live there. And yes, California is one of the highest number of votes in the country. So
correct.
So being plugged in here with the people of California that are running the show, we are making a dent here. This is not just, small beans. This is big picture stuff. Jesse, do you mind taking over for a second? I'm gonna message our guest real quick.
Okay. No, I don't think people think the Clarity Act is what it actually is, as I think it's been portrayed as something that, it's going to solve all of crypto's problems, when it's really not. It can actually create further problems for investors, and I think people really need to understand that it does need to be fixed, and there needs to be some changes, because like with every, I guess, company, or take the pharmaceutical company, for example, they can't be criminally held, they can't be criminally charged, they can be civilly charged because they are protected. And we don't want to create another market where the big companies are protected, yet the investors and consumers are just left out. And that's just unfortunately how the markets here work, and a lot of other places. And if this is the future of money, then we need to come to an understanding that protects everybody.
Well, I think that's why we need to have more live streams and spaces, whatever we call them, just like this. I mean, I'm learning in real time just hearing you guys talk, and I'm not a newbie to crypto whatsoever. I guess I'm a veteran, 2017, in crypto. That's
Nice.
I got 1 year
years,
on you,
right?
brother. I got 1 year on
well,
you.
Crypto, that's 50 years, right? So, but this is something I really haven't paid attention to. And like you said, I've heard people mention briefly how it's going to nothing that you guys said whatsoever, but they said something about our taxes and whatnot, and I don't know that this has anything to do with that whatsoever.
Yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with taxes. This is basically clarity for institutions, how they can operate their businesses with crypto, right? That's really all the Clarity Act does. And what we want to do is we want to not only have clarity on for institutions, but also clarity for the consumer, for the investor, and protections for them as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why I don't like that they called it the Clarity Act, because it's not very clear unless you deep dive into it and you actually see what they're trying to say. And they're trying to be like, well, you can't, not exactly, but they want it so you can't legally go after these people, which is why they give you the 3-year cushion, that at any time you can be like, you know what, this isn't going to work, and pull it. And that, to me, is should be concerning to anybody, because 3 years is a long time. 3 years is a long time to, cast a net and pull something in, and then when you pull it in, you just let it all go, and that to me is very worrisome.
So TikTok seller says, so when is it being voted for in the Senate, or is it being worked on? Like, what's happening? Jesse, can you look into that real quick? I believe
It's still been sitting in the Senate. It has not been voted on. It has not been changed. It is just one of the many bills that are sitting there, unfortunately, because of the way that America is happening right now, and all the weird stuff that's going on, and war and economic problems. It hasn't been a priority, and I don't think it will be until other people higher up get enough coins to rug before it's regulated.
it's my understanding that 2027 to 2029 is the predicted timeline for 2027 is when it is predicted to pass, and 2029 is when it's predicted to be implemented.
The problem with that is it's like GTA 6. How long have we been waiting for that damn game to come out, And it's one of those things, they're like, we'll deal with it next year. We'll deal with it next year. We'll deal with it next year. And I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. There's too many problems with it to pass on both sides. And so as long as that lingers, no, they never want to do the work, dude. They're still on vacation, like they don't even like doing their normal job. So for having them to actually sit down, look at this bill, decide, and how it gets implemented, I think we've got more than a few years out.
Yeah, I think this is one thing I've been saying all year long since I started streaming, is that regulation takes time. We know Josh, right? Josh was like, no, it's happening. It's going to happen in July all last year. Remember that? And, here we are. But yeah, these things take time. Laws aren't written overnight. You have to understand, this is the structure for the world's financial institution of money, right? This is not something that we can rush. This is not something that we want to rush. This is something that we want to get it right. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm working on this, and why I'm pushing so hard, and I'm really plugged, because I have a million other leads of guests that I could have come on the show right now. I have stacks and stacks of business cards and stuff, because I've been out pounding the pavement. Y'all have been wondering, oh, Oz, where you been? I took 2 months off. No, I didn't take 2 months off. I've been pounding the pavement and making connections to make this happen, so that way you guys aren't just talking to the same people on the internet over and over and over and hearing the same regurgitated nonsense, to get people who are actually building this technology, actually writing the legislation, actually pushing it in the Senate, right? These are the people that are writing the petitions. They're doing all the real work that's being done, right? I've been making those connections, and I'm pushing for this because the primaries are coming up. And I do believe that they are going to use the primaries as a way to push this legislation through. because they know that a lot of people want crypto, especially, the Trump side of people. They want crypto. And what's great about Stand With Crypto is they are bipartisan. They're one of the things they say is that you don't have to hate crypto just because you're a Democrat, and you don't have to love crypto just because you're a Republican. It doesn't have to be a bifurcated thing. It's something that we can all come together and realize that our money system is broken. It needs to be fixed. These are the rails in which we can fix it, but let's make sure we do it right, chat. Mother, I see you in there. What's going on, Mom? Just lurking in the background? All right. Everybody, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat. We're going to set a goal right now. Well, we need one more heart me. Let's meet this goal first. We need one heart me. When we reach these goals, it boosts us into the algorithm. One person with a heart me is going to make a big difference right now. Anyone that hasn't sent in a heart me yet, much appreciated to anyone that can do that. How does the Clarity Act affect BAS? Starks, come on to the Discord, buddy, and let's have a chat. And these are the questions you're going to want to ask Callie, and he may not have all the answers. We're going to continually have more people. My plan is to get, the representative to come on here, the congressman, the senators. That is the overall goal here, so like, let's dive into those deep questions, and let's make it. Starks, thank you for the heart me, appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's set a new live goal. Let's see here. We want to do a big one, because that is what's going to really push the algorithm here. And we want to push the algorithm today. We need a galaxy. I know it seems like a lot. If you can, great. If you can't, no big deal. Let me see here. What is going on? I guess it's already up there. Set a new goal. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with TikTok. It doesn't work anymore. Nothing on TikTok works anymore. I'm getting really sick of it. We love TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is amazing. Everybody hit the like button. If you can, send a gift. Every shape or size is great. Galaxies, for some reason, they're like something about them. When you send a galaxy, it is like an algorithm boost. It is like the holy grail of gifts that you can send. I understand it's like $10, guys. So if you can't afford to do it, no big deal. Mother Dragons, thank you so much for the rose hand. I appreciate that.
Is he the BSA? Is he talking about the Bank Secrecy Act? Is that what he's talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So one doesn't really affect the other, especially when it comes to crypto. Like, okay, so the Clarity Act, who is regulated by whom? BSA is what money laundering rules they must follow. So it's not doesn't weaken or override. They're pretty much equal. There wouldn't be a dissident. They're pretty much one exists and then the other exists, just like anything else.
Yeah, I don't think it really one affects the other.
No.
The main concern we have here is the Clarity Act gives institutions all the power and takes all the power from the people. We want to make sure that the power stays in the hands of the people, because we have our hands on it, guys. Our hand is in the cookie jar first. This is our opportunity to keep our hand in the cookie jar first before the institutions, and to secure ourselves financially and secure ourselves in investments, because right now crypto is not an investment. Okay, it's a speculative investment, right? We are all speculating that because of A and B, we're going to get C, right? That's where we're at. We don't know. As of right now, it's magic internet money, as far as I'm concerned. So we want to make sure that when we set the guidelines, we do it in a way where we don't lose control, because we will spiral out of control very quickly.
Yeah, that's a real thing, man. Once the institutions jump in, they've taken so long and delayed their entrance, and they've seen other countries, other organizations like jumping in. I guess I could just say America in general has waited so long to come in, and they're used to controlling the system, right? And they don't have control over this. So that's one thing they're going to attempt to do, is regain control, right?
Exactly, because right now the crypto space is being controlled by the investors and the consumers, and then that's what they don't want. They don't I don't know why, and this is not just our country because I'm not blind, but but that's their point. They need to have control over it because only they can make money, and you can get maybe some of the sprinkles on the donut, but that's about it. That's about as far as they're going to let you go. And once they have their hand on it, they're never going to take their hand off. So when people don't understand, as far as if you make money now before that passes, you're going to be okay. But if you don't, especially with this bad market, by the time that Clarity Act gets passed, you're going to have very little leeway on what you can and cannot do.
And basically all the risk will fall on us as investors, and none of the risk on to institutions. And that's basically what we have now. When the banks messed up in 2008, who paid for it? Who bailed them out? We did.
Yes.
Do we really want to create another system like that?
Well, I mean, take it a step further. As the GameStop AMC fiasco, right? When a bunch of retail investors got together and pulled a Wall Street on Wall Street, Wall Street put a halt to them. They stopped trading for those assets so they could
Banks are
liquidate
trying
their
to kill
shorts
your
and
crypto reward.
prevent themselves from going out of business. But it happens to the consumer every single day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, it's high time we had, because literally that's why we're all gung-ho about crypto, right? We want a new way to do money, right? That's why we're here, right? We see it coming. We have an opportunity to do things in a way that are actually good in the long run. Why do we want crypto? Because it's deflationary, not inflationary. It's literally the opposite of what we have now. So why would we want to create a mirrored system of something we already have? We want to keep the power with the people. Everyone, I need you all to smash that like button right now, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, follow me on all platforms. But I need you guys right now to share the show out. I need you guys to hit the like button. Viewership is down. We got slapped in the face with a banana yesterday, and because of that, viewership is way down right now. I need you guys to come together. I need my liking warriors. I need my sharing warriors. I need everyone to show up and show out and boost us in the algorithm, guys. I need you guys today because we do have a guest. Any other day, I don't care, but we need this information to get out there. So everybody put a W in the chat on TikTok. Everybody W's in the chat. Go into TikTok right now. Put a W in the chat. Spam the chat with emojis, whatever you want. Keep that chat rolling. If you don't see something coming up in the chat, pop something in there real quick. Keep it moving, guys. We need to boost this algorithm and get things going. We need everyone to engage simultaneously and work together. I see Cali Crypto in the TikTok right now. Let's boost up this algorithm, get it going. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? So we are on the Discord right now. If you want to join in a little bit early, I know 6:30 is our time frame. We're just trying to get the algorithm rolling on TikTok right now. But Cali Crypto 714, make sure you guys send him a follow. Everyone in the chat, send him a follow. That's our special guest for tonight. We're going to be talking and having a little Q&A. Yeah, dude, share it out. Absolutely. Thank you very much. We got slapped in the face with a banana yesterday. Somebody wanted me to do some TA on Mon and wanted me to say that it was going to go to $100. And I can't do that. I can't lie to you people. And so he flagged us for misinformation. So unfortunately,
Wow.
our algorithm is suffering a little bit today. So we'll get past it. You know, it happens, but unfortunately, that's something we have to deal with here on TikTok is the bad actors. If you're not shilling somebody's project for them, they retaliate against you. And unfortunately, TikTok is the only platform where your haters can retaliate against you as a creator. It's unreal. But unfortunately, it's the platform where the most educated crypto people reside. And so I'm hoping to bring all that community together into the Discord, and but also, unfortunately, at the same time, TikTok is very addictive and people just do not want to leave the platform. And I wish I hadn't started on this platform because it's kind of been detrimental to growth over the long term because of everything that happened over the last year with TikTok possibly getting shut down and different things. It's definitely been a roller coaster. Yes, because we're fighting for crypto as a whole. We're going to show crypto for everyone. Well, that's the thing is I don't shill, man. I'm here to be the voice of reason when everyone is screaming XRP to 100K. I think there was a guy that literally said 250K XRP by 2030. Those types of people, like, yeah, low information viewers, like, and it's like, I'm not here to clown on the guy. I'm here to let him know, like, hey, like, let's do some math, okay? Let's do a little bit of math. Maybe you skipped that day, but we're going to go over it today and I'm going to teach you. That's what it's about. It's about having the right information so we don't get wrecked. And I think a lot of these bad actors, I think they know better. I think they know that XRP is not going to 250K, but they want to put it out there because they top blasted it at, $3.60 or something like that, and they're down and they're looking to pump their bag as well. And that's one of the biggest issues I have with crypto is everyone is so concerned about pumping their bags and less concerned about the integrity and the infrastructure of crypto itself. And really what they're doing is they're offboarding the new people that are onboarding. All the new people coming into crypto are being pushed away by all the scammers. They're being pushed away by all the fake accounts. They're being pushed away because they're getting burned on some meme coin or some whatever, We need to be helping these people, informing them, welcoming them with open arms, and showing them how to make money in this space, and helping them grow in their education in crypto, and not burning them and then pushing them out of the space. Because if adoption is what you really want, that's not how you achieve it.
Also, if you don't know, ask questions, never take anyone at face value. And my thing, and I'm going to use XRP as an example, is that, oh, it's going to 1K. Show me. Math your math for me. Show me your
Yeah.
data. And do not listen to anyone who says multiplier. If that sentence starts with multiplier, they are lying to you. They show you this weird little graphic bullshit. Sorry, BS, they are lying to you, okay? Do your own research. It's okay to listen to other people and gather information, but please, please look for yourself. Research it. Never trust, not even us, research it. Don't trust anything. You want to look in for yourself because these people will lie and they want you to do what they want you to do so that they can pull out of the market. It has nothing to do with helping you or that they actually believe it, but they need you to waste your money so they can make money.
Yeah, it's a sad
Yeah,
thing. Go ahead.
yeah, you're just they're the new people are just the next person or the last person's exit liquidity, right? And we've seen it for years within blockchain with all the scam coins. We push these coins, and you got a cabal of, I guess we can call them influencers, working together to put something up. What are you doing, Oz? I'm missing something. I don't know.
I'm telling everybody to tap the screen.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Hit the like button, baby.
I thought
I
I was
was
doing
thinking the
something
same
wrong for a
thing.
second, bro. I thought I was doing something wrong for a second.
No, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, you got a cabal of influencers, working together to promote these scam coins, and just I saw somebody make a post on Twitter one day, and I had to laugh because it was actually funny, but it's not funny at the same time. But he said he discovered the infinite money glitch. He says the rug pull. He says every time I rug pull somebody, there's someone new to rug pull. And he was like one of them, probably pump.fun guys, something like that. And
Checks
he's
out.
making a joke, but that's the reality of it. Is
Exactly.
people want to come in and they think because they heard a story about they're going to turn $100 into $1 million,
And those same people that are doing that are the same people that are whining and complaining that new people aren't onboarding onto it, and that the mass population of people think that crypto is a scam. Well, why do you think that?
Well, because 90+% of it is, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
There's at least 1,000 accounts with my name on it, and they've got 100,000 followers, and they're using my content. Yeah, they're using my content. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. They're following the wrong person. They follow that content, and then next thing you know, they're talking to a scammer that's saying like, hey, you can do this and you can copy my trades and I'm going to make you rich and blah, 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 blah. That's not me. I'm never going to message you directly. I'm never going to say, hey, how's your trading experience going? That's not me, guys. But that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to onboard people into crypto if we're doing that?
I mean, social media has its own problems too, because there's so many botted accounts on every platform.
Yeah.
So inevitably in our space, the crypto space, us using social media as our mediums to promote, I mean, we're going to attract that element.
Yeah, unfortunately, when money's involved, there's always shady characters. But it's up to us as the community to find the newcomers and take them under our wing, educate them, guide them down the right path, and not use them as exit liquidity. That's the main goal. Yeah. Especially as an influencer, as a creator, you have to be upheld by the utmost integrity. It is your job to influence these people in the right direction, and coming out and speaking on things that you're uneducated about is part of the problem. You know, I see a lot of new creators, I call them, because there's a difference between a creator and influencer, right? There's a lot of different people that come into the space and they don't know what they're talking about. They haven't. They don't even know, and they just got in July of last year. It's their first, and now all of a sudden they're going to teach you how to get into something. Their only concern is onboarding people.
Yeah, I encountered that today actually online, and I won't name accounts or whatever. But yeah, the individual was promoting new layer one proof of work, claiming all these things. When you start asking like basic crypto questions, like hey, why does if you're saying this is a layer one, why does it have an Ethereum address? You couldn't answer the question. Uh, it was like it was like yeah, it's bad. And then you got new people coming in and he's telling these people how, how they made hundreds of thousands of dollars by mining this coin and you can do the same thing. I'm not going to show you, but you can do a 15-minute call with us and I'll get you on. And yeah, you can always tell if you're experienced because you ask basic questions, like it's something you should know about how to navigate through an Explorer, right? And if they can't answer like the basic questions, you're.
But the thing is
Yes.
the people who don't know, they get fooled. And that's the problem is we want to not push people away. We want to embrace them.
But that's the problem. All this, we have these people who are shilling these coins, and these poor people who are trying to get into crypto who get really excited, and then they're watching the wrong person. You're right, they're not being educated, they're not getting any of those things, and so what ends up happening is they're like, I don't want any part of this. Either they lose money or they lose interest. Like, my grandmother still writes checks because she doesn't trust credit cards. She still, till this day, writes checks. And what you're creating, what people are creating, whether they realize it or not, by scamming people, is a distrust in crypto, and it's never going to be bigger than that.
Hey, everybody. We've got Cali Crypto in the house. If you want to turn your camera on, that's fine. If not, if you want to do voice, that's cool too, brother. Glad to have you, man.
All right, there you are. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn on the camera. Let me put on my AirPod too, so I can hear you. But what's up, Oz? Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, man.
What's up? Good to see you guys. And
Hey.
Affirmation, nice to meet you, bro.
Absolutely. And we have a very educated group of people here in crypto. And I want to tell everybody that's in the chat that's watching the live right now, click the Discord link in the bio if you want to come and join the lounge voice chat and let your voice be heard and your thoughts in crypto. Please feel free to come in and join the conversation because we have strength in numbers. When we come together as a community and we work together to get to the bottom of these things and to address the issues that are at hand, we are making a difference.
Spreading information, especially like the correct information, is more important. We're not going to sit here and be like, you need to buy ABC. It's more of, if you're going to take these steps, don't just listen to other people, research yourself, because if not, these other people will show you a coin that they're just trying to rug.
Absolutely. So don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. Follow me at Ozthecryptogoat, all lowercases, no spaces. You can follow Cali at CaliCrypto714, I believe it is. He's on X and I believe TikTok as well. There he is, the man of the hour. Let's pull you up here, put you on the big screen.
Can you hear me okay? Am I coming in all right?
Yeah, you sound good,
Yeah,
brother.
All right, appreciate it. You're coming out. I hear you coming from the Mac Mini, the settings. I just accidentally just pressed something right now, but I appreciate you guys having me. It was awesome once again seeing you guys at the Stand With Crypto event in Hollywood. It's always nice seeing friendly faces, familiar faces, and also really great to meet new faces too. So if you guys are anywhere in the United States, there's always events going on in your area. definitely tap in with Stand with Crypto, and hit me up if you wanted to find out who's the president charter of your state too. Hit me up, send me a DM, and then let's get you connected. So then everybody should be involved in these events, whether meeting each other or finding out what we can do to push this forward. Especially with I know the topic's been the Clarity Act, and I will say that I'm just a regular guy. I'm not a professional. I didn't go to college. I've been in crypto since 2021. So I'm very new to crypto still and learn every day. But I do know that we need clarity. We need transparency to set the tone. Because like I was listening to you earlier, Oz, you were saying that it's important. We need to get this right because this is like we're the beginning stages of this being pushed to the masses, right? Once we get this really honed down to a point where everything's fair on both sides, I think this market can really start moving in a way that we've kind of been waiting and wanting it to.
Absolutely. And you know, I actually so I've been on the Stand with Crypto website, and I've seen the letter, read the letter and everything, and it's very simple, guys. All you do is go to their website and you type in your name and address and a couple little things, and boom, the letter's pre-set up for you. You can send it out. It's very quick and easy to do. And here's the thing, brother. I haven't sent my letter in yet. I've actually sent in a letter personally on my own. I've actually been pushing on this platform for people to basically write their senators, write their congressmen. We're moving into primaries right now. And it only takes a few handful of people to actually do that to make a difference. So when we come together as a community and we actually let our voices be heard, now is the time to get them heard, because we are going into the primaries right now. And so maybe after they're not going to listen so much, but right now is the time to be making the moves and make things happen. One question I wanted to have with you, obviously we're speaking about the Clarity Act, and there are some things that I love about the Clarity Act, and there are some things that I somewhat disagree with, and I'm not sure where you stand with that. And maybe you don't even know about it. My whole goal here is to educate people, and you know, you're in the space, you're influencing the most powerful and influential people in politics that are surrounded in this and in the community. And so my main concern is with the Clarity Act is we have, and I'll let Revolution go into this a little bit more. With the Clarity Act, the way it's written now, it gives clarity for financial institutions, which allows them to basically be under the CFTC instead of the SEC, right? That's basically what it does. We can't hear you, brother. I think you're muted.
We got two different agencies that we're talking about right there for banks. So clarity and what we need to, the transparency, and one also being able to understand. We just literally had Gary Gensler and the Biden administration that were really against crypto as a whole. You know, a lot of misinformation was being put out there about using it for bad, right? For what are the words I'm looking for?
They were suppressing it. You know,
they were suppressing it, but also, I mean, they say that's for drug dealers to be able to hide their money and wash their money. You can do that now with fiat. You can do that anywhere. There's always going to be bad actors everywhere you go, right? But the one thing that I love about crypto is because it's on the blockchain, right? So if we're hiding money, there's no hiding money when it's on the blockchain. It's completely public. So this is one of the main things I think people need to understand. If you're out here trying to do something shady, you're going to get caught. You hear about scams and people getting their funds stolen. Well, there's a way to track this down, and there are companies out here that can help you for a fee to be able to find where your funds have gone. But going back to the Clarity Act, I mean, we need to define what different digital assets are. Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're different, right? We have gold 2.0 with Bitcoin. And then we have altcoins, and then we have meme coins. So we need to get to a place where, is a meme coin like a casino? And speaking of casinos, you're in Vegas, so, or what are altcoins as a whole? So are they layer twos? There's so many things out here. Stable coins is another thing that we're talking about. Right now, I just made a video, and the banks are trying to lobby against us again, trying to sneak something on there to take the rewards, the stable coin rewards away from us.
Yeah, they just did that on Coinbase, where basically you have to be a Coinbase member to get the APY for holding stable coins. And it used to be like 5%, and now it's like 2.3%. It's ridiculous.
It's going up and down, and I think we're gonna see a point where we finally get to a clear understanding, hopefully in one and done, right? And I think this is why it's important to be able to let our voices be heard. Now, being able to sign up with Stand with Crypto, and let our voices be heard by sending an email to your legislator, Senate. It's super simple. When you go to standwithcrypto.org, it takes minutes, if that. It's really easy. It's really set up for the user. It's so simple. But it's just all about getting there and putting your email address in there. It'll also, by your email address and your address, it'll locate which senator is in your area, if they're pro or if they're against, pro or con, right? And then you can email them directly. But yeah, no, it's important, especially because we're so early in the stages of getting rules and regulations here with our government. It's very imperative, because look, I'm a father. I want things to be fair as we're going on for generations. I want there to be a clear regulation. Isn't it? I think it's unfair that we still have to use VPN in order to get some coins, right? Why is that?
Yeah, and that's because there is no clarity. We don't have a way to legislate it here in the United States. Other countries, yeah, no problem. But here, can't get it.
Right. So we have to use VPN, and, hypothetically, we do that. But once again, I think once we get all these rules and regulations done, and we're consistent and fair, we're going to be able to start building again here in the United States. That's something else that we had to deal with, Oz. People leaving the United States because they were strongholding us. They were holding us down. So they're like, you know what? Let's go to El Salvador.
Yeah.
Let's go to Puerto
Rico and Dubai. And honestly, when I was at Rare Evo, because I just, I made a ton of money this year or last year in crypto. And they're like, oh, well, are you moving out of the country yet or what? And I'm just like, well, no, I like it here. And they're like, well, you're going to have to deal with the taxes because of this and that. And they're telling me like, hey, man, you should at least establish a place in Puerto Rico or Dubai or something. And I'm like, man, like, is that really how we want to live, where we're pushing people out of our country because of, legislation issues and tax issues? And Trump said, no tax on crypto, but I haven't seen anything come to fruition on that. And I doubt we get that at all. But it would be nice to, see things progress further. Obviously, we need clarity before we can even get to a tax-free crypto, So one thing I wanted to ask you about is, so I do have some concerns about the Clarity Act, and a lot of my community does as well. It basically shields institutions, but it leaves the investor and the consumer at risk. And this problem has actually been solved. Have you heard of the Boozman-Booker draft?
I have not.
Definitely look into it. So these are senators that are working in the Senate to basically what they've done is they've added everything that we have in the Clarity Act, and they've also added protections for the individuals. And this is our opportunity. Usually when something gets passed in the House, it moves to the Senate, and then it gets rewritten a little bit. It gets changed a little bit. It never stays exactly the same, right? And I think it's very important that we let our senators and representatives know that we want clarity. we want institutions to have that clarity, but we also want security for investors at the same time. And right now, that's the one thing that the Clarity Act is lacking. So definitely look into the Boozman Booker draft. That is, if we can get that put into the Clarity Act, it's got my full backing. Right now, I'm 50-50 with it, you know what I mean? But I think it's very important that we don't just push something because it's going to pump our bags and it's going to get institutions into it, right? We also we want to make sure that as an investor, and the consumer, we're secured as well. And you see yourself as a consumer. You said you have a family, and so we want to make sure we get this right. We want to make sure that we push forward the legislation that is not only going to move us in the right direction, but also secure ourselves as the individual. Because the way the Clarity Act is written right now, it basically is mirroring the way the banks operated in 2008, right? And they were sending out loans and doing shady shit. And who got bailed out? The banks did. And who paid for it? The people did. And right now, that's paving the way for this new financial institution to be operated in, to where the institutions are covered, but the people are not. And so we want to make sure that when it goes into the Senate, it is written in a way that it also protects us, the investor. And, it's, for me, I find it kind of, I wouldn't say disheartening, but it kind of breaks my spirit a little bit to see, and don't take this in the wrong way at all, okay? But to see people of your stature and your influence not even knowing about the Boozman Booker draft, when it's literally, obviously it's a bit new, right? It hasn't been around as long as the Clarity Act, and the Clarity Act's very new as well. But you being in the position you're in, and Miss Nifty being in the position she's in, and you guys knowing about this and understanding it, you have an opportunity to stand up and be the voice for the people to actually get the right legislation pushed in and passed.
Right now, can you hear me okay? Because I don't think I was coming in through the AirPods at all.
I hear you just fine, brother.
Okay. So right now, the bottom line is the Clarity Act isn't just legal talk. It's what crypto is, right? It's also what crypto rewards look like right now. Whether users can continue earning, okay? Also innovation here in the United States, or is it going to need to be moved elsewhere? Right now we have what we call a market structure, what's being trying to be pushed so we can protect our earning rewards, our yield. Right now is where we need to really band together, and we may have different positions and perspectives, but right now what's really being on the table right now is this market structure. We need to go ahead and send that email in so we can protect our stable coin rewards on also earning yield. Right now it's somewhere sitting between like 3 to 5%. That's a lot better than 0.01% that you can get in the savings account with Chase. I'll tell you that right now. And I think we can all agree with that right now. So right now, that is the main objective. I think one step at a time is where we need to go. One battle at a time as they be coming up. And you do have a great point, Oz. You do have a great point. But we do need to once again let our voices be heard. And I think with going to these events, talking to people with like Miss Nifty, myself, so we can also put our perspectives in them and say, hey, what about this? Because not one person can think of all of it, right? We all got to come together and be able to help one another out. And this is why we're doing spaces and lives just like this with you, Oz. And I love how you're running the show right now at the moment. I'm going to be coming more here because I like what I see and I like what I hear. And I like how you're trying to educate because, man, we need a lot more educators out there, not only for the people that have been here for years, but for the people that are just getting started. My kids are getting started. they've been hearing me talk about crypto a long time. But you know what? Since I haven't made it big and they haven't seen the Lambo yet, they're not so much bought into it. They have crypto, don't get me wrong, because I have forced them to download some hot wallets and I've sent some crypto over to them and they do hold. But sooner or later, once this Clarity Act gets passed, once things get hopefully fair for everybody, not just the 1%, maybe we can start seeing crypto days like we did back in 2021 and pass. And in the past, bro, because right now, I mean, we're all holding. I hope all of us are holding. I hope we're all, just staying positive because this market is unruly, bro. This market does not care whether you're holding or not holding. So you just, man, keep working, guys. Keep building and don't give up because we are really in the forefront of this right now. And it's I mean, the adoption curve, we're not even at the top of the adoption curve right now, Oz. This is how early we are, bro. And I feel like I came late to the game in 2021, but no, we are still in those early stages, bro.
So early. When I was at Rare Evo, the developers of this technology kept saying, we're 5 to 10 years out minimum before even the first real stages of adoption. And, one thing I've been telling my community is like, we're not going to get, it's going to take years for legislation. Everyone was like, oh yeah, we're going to get the Clarity Act in July. It's going to happen. I'm like, no, bro, like it's going to take years. I'm thinking 2027. Is when we'll actually have a vote on the Clarity Act. And I think it's a good thing, though, that we're not rushing it. And we have Boozman and Booker, two senators in the Senate that are, redrafting the Clarity Act. And, that's how it works, right? It passes in the House, it goes to the Senate redrafts it, and then it gets voted on and passed from there, right? They get in the aisles and they argue back and forth. So like, I'm for the Clarity Act. I'm just for the reversion of it, if right. You get what I'm saying, right? And I think it's important for people like you, me, the community, everyone around us to know those changes that can be made and are on the table, and to make sure that we're here, we're educated in it. And so when we do go to our senators, when we are clicking that button and sending out those letters, it has that information in there as well. Because this is our opportunity. Like we said, we want to make sure we get it right. This is the foundation of everything that we're trying to build here. And without a foundation, a house will crumble.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And it's funny that you said 2027 because Europe is going to be pushing for more regulations in 2027. And who are they looking at, Oz, when they're going to be doing their thing over there? Us.
California really is. California, right? New York,
right.
Texas, Florida are running the show here, right?
We set the tone for the rest of the country.
Absolutely.
We absolutely do.
And that's Revolution right there. Revolution. You met her at the little get together. How you doing, Revolution?
Yeah, it was really nice of you guys to come down from Nevada. Not a lot of people will make that trip, but you guys definitely did, and I really appreciate that. It was really nice seeing you guys again. Is that where we met at Rare Evo? This last one that just happened last year?
So we met at Rare Evo, and then we linked back up in San Diego, and then I saw you again in LA. Hollywood. So we've actually had a few run-ins together. Rare Evo, I was a little bit more focused on content creation and building my brand and whatnot. And then that's why, and once I was able to link into new connections, that's where I was down in San Diego again. I'm always traveling, bro. If you're going to be in Chicago and you got something coming up, call me. I might be there. You know what I mean? That's how I live.
Chicago too.
Yeah.
Are you in Chicago a lot?
Not yet, but sometimes it depends. I've been to Chicago like 9 times or so. I go around. I do a lot of different things. I've toured the country 7 times. And in a different state every day. Kind of traveling, bro. Like so I get around.
Oh, you have no kids, right?
No, I have kids. I have
You have
kids.
kids.
Yeah, and I do
Oh.
less of it now. Like Crypto Rap wanted me. He was with me in San Diego when we were there. He wanted me to come with him to Dubai, and it was just like last minute, and like I had like basically 2 days. I was like, bro, I got like a family and shit. Like I can't do that. I'm like, maybe I can do Denver in February, but like we'll see. You know.
Oh my gosh, man, I know my 10-year-old kind of holds me back a little bit. Not gonna lie, but you know, at the end of the day, Oz, we have to be present parents. You know, it's very
Absolutely.
important, especially as men, that we be present because kids need their dads as much as they need their moms. They need their dads too. But yeah, especially. But yeah, no, keep grinding, bro. I love it. Are you gonna go to the I'm sorry, the CES over there going down on the 9th, right? In a couple days.
Where's it at?
Over there in Vegas. There's an event going on over there.
Oh.
CES events. It's an electronics event.
Oh yeah, people have been talking about that. Is it like crypto related though? It's just electronics though, right? It's kind of like the NAM show, right?
It's Consumer Technology Association. It's from the 6th to the 9th, actually from today until the 9th.
Yeah, everyone's been talking about it, but it's not really more or less what I'm involved with. I get it though; it is kind of parallels crypto a little bit, but I'm more interested in like you know, meeting with the people that are already like into crypto and stuff, and like you know, meeting people like you to come on the show and we can talk and we can, you know, I can push back a little bit. Obviously, yes, I want the Clarity Act to be pushed, but I also, you know, and I want people to reach out to their senators. I want them to reach out to their congressmen. I want them to, you know, be on the phone and writing emails and doing all the different stuff. At the same time, you know, I want people like you to see what I see the world through my eyes, and I want to see the world through your eyes, so that way we can come together as a community and we can talk these things out, you know, because yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I have a stupid question and then a less stupid question. Okay, so one, how did you get your kids into crypto? Because if I see crypto one more time in front of my kids, I'm almost sure there's going to be a mutiny. And second, second, my I've been reading a lot about this of AI versus crypto and how AI is going to change crypto for everybody, because remember, AI learns on its own. And if you ask like something like ChatGPT about a certain coin, it will start adapting to your questions and then start telling you what you want to hear. And to me, that's a problem, because then it's just regurgitating, oh, wait, they're asking these specific questions. How do I now turn this into what they want to hear within reason? And so that, to me, I've noticed a lot lately. They're like, well, ChatGPT. I'm like, but did you make it conform to what you want to hear? And that, you know, everyone's using it now. And is that going to be a process of spreading misinformation, or is it going to be realistic? Is just my question. Like, how do you see that going down as we move forward?
Well, the kids is definitely and I know they cringe every time they hear, right?
Yes, yes, they do.
cringe. But yeah, but this is what I do. This is what we do, right? We're learning
Right.
about crypto, we're educating, we're trying to push some really good information that can help people in the long term, not the short term, like, hey, buy this meme coin and write it up and then sell, and then you're gonna buy your Lambo. No, it doesn't. See, these meme coins, it don't work like that anymore for me. Like, if I'm gonna invest in a meme coin, and I'm not in any meme coins right now at all, they gotta be alive at least 3 months. Because
Right? Yeah.
no way am I jumping into anything. I like those glasses, Oz. I like them. Oh, I think I have those. Oh, the Cardano glasses. Okay, okay. But then getting to AI, man, that's a rabbit hole that I've seen some people actually go crazy with and hurt some people. You know. But then there's also the good side of it, where you have MLMs, machine language models, where they're actually helping people. My dad's having knee surgery this month, and there's a robot that's going to be performing the surgery, right? But
Oh
then
my gosh.
on the other hand, we have a
That's
company
scary.
right? Isn't it crazy?
Nope. I'm not doing that.
There's robotics. Robotics are going to be taking over some of these jobs that nobody wants to do anymore. That's another thing that we need to get ahead of as retail, Web3. I would like to say there's companies out here that where you can fractionalize those robots and take a part in ownership of those RWAs. Right.
Every time I get an Uber driver, I onboard them into crypto and into the space because they're the first ones to go.
Which one do you tell them? I got a couple I told them.
Well, I tell them to educate themselves first. I'm not going to shill them on anything. I say, get educated, come watch the show, come talk to me, message me, reach out to me. I'll coach you, I'll help you. But the Uber drivers are going to be the first ones to lose their jobs here. It's already happening.
Yep.
So I'm there with you. I believe and agree with you 100%.
So that's another D pin right there. Decentralized. Oh my God, I already drew a blank. But anyways, Hive Mapper, Natix Network, these companies that you can use your cell phone like Natix to be able just to put it on your dashboard and collect data as you're driving around and be able to get paid in Natix. So things like that, using your phone to be able to collect data, send it off, and get rewarded. That's pretty cool. It's easy. It was very easy to get onboard people into, especially those Uber drivers. They're like, what? I can make money just using my phone, using my car. Like, yeah, stop giving that data away to the big companies and actually make money off of it. So, but going back to the AI, Revo, there's a company out here called Rogue Evolution, Rogue AI Trading. They're making a autonomous trading bot. What is that? This is a bot that learns as it's losing, as it's winning. But all you have to do is hit a start and stop button. This completely removes the human emotion of, oh, it's going higher, or no, it's going to turn around and it's going to come back up right now. The AI does it for you. So we're at a pinnacle point, Revolution, where I believe that AI, if it's put to good use, it can help a lot of us in a lot of different ways in doing things that none of us had ever thought we can do. I'm actually running a demo on that bot that I'm telling you right now. I've been running it since I've been on a space talking about it a little bit earlier today. I want to say right after I got done modding for Wendio, that would have been around 11 o'clock. This bot has, let's see, since then, it evaluates over 200,000 coins at once. And this is the demo, okay? Because the bot hasn't went live yet, so there is a demo available. But it's made $1,100. How many trades has it done? I'm looking right now, see if it can tell me. But it's done over. I can't find the number, but earlier I think I saw that it was over like 40 trades.
What are the fees on that bot?
0.0797, I believe it is. Very small fee.
That's not bad.
Okay, no, see, here's my problem. And if anyone in the space understands, and you're about to right now, I don't trust computers. I don't trust AI. I don't trust any of those things because I feel like, yes, I understand how helpful they can be, but when they pass regulation that legislation that you cannot regulate AI for 10 years, that is dangerous. That is very, very dangerous because you cannot put it in the right direction or the wrong direction. And
right,
what if it starts?
The big beautiful bill,
starting,
right? The big
right,
beautiful
so
bill
now,
says no regulation on AI whatsoever for the next 10 years.
Wow.
So that is my issue because I don't have a problem with it if it's regulated. That makes sense to me. Like here's the bounds. Don't go outside this bounds. But now it's illegal to regulate AI for 10 years. 10 years. Do you have any idea what AI could do in 10 years? It could topple an economy. It can make it the richest it's ever been. It can do so many different things. So that when I say AI against crypto, that's a real problem because what if the government decides, hey, feed it this information and it's going to feed it to everyone else? Let's pump this and rug it. Let's pump that and rug it. And unfortunately, that's a real possibility. And I know I'm negative. I don't mean to be negative, but that's my job, is to look at every possible scenario, just not the one that makes everyone happy.
Oh, it can't be regulated for 10 years.
Yes.
Yes.
Holy moly, that is wild, bro. Because yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, what AI can do in a day, let alone 10 years, very crazy. And I'm reading on this right now. But let's see, but truthful lack of regulation for 10 years, very unlikely. Some AI rules are already being written for safety and transparency, bias, data usage, accountability, AI in critical systems.
So basically, what it is the companies are allowed to regulate themselves, but the state or the federal government can't step in and tell a company what they can or can't do. That's the difference of what it is. So obviously, there's companies that are going to have some sort of maybe we shouldn't do this, but there's always that Skynet company out there that is
Always.
willing to push the
Always.
boundaries.
Yeah.
That's the concern. What company is not? And obviously AI probably gave you that response too. So how do we even trust that?
Yeah.
Like, so like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very
Like
dangerous. Yeah, I don't believe anything AI tells me anymore. Like, I would rather dig into it. That's why we
the
have
Big Beautiful Bill.
Yeah, that's why we
I
have
had to,
Revolution because I had an AI and we were doing it, and the AI was sending me down rabbit holes and stuff. And I was like, you know, we need to hire somebody to be a fact checker that goes and digs into things without AI and actually does the old school looking through stuff, and not just Google. Like, you know, she's looking through, you know, multiple search engines and things, and we're finding out deep stuff here. And so it was one of the best investments I ever made, was bringing her onto the show.
Well, let me give her a round of applause, because you know what? That takes a lot of work. And we used to do that just short of 10 years ago.
Right.
But man, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I love that you have her. And man, if you love doing that Revolution, man, kudos to you, girl, because yeah, somebody needs to be out here fact checking AI as well. I 1000% agree on that.
I'm Latina. I'm going to get to the bottom of anything. So let's be very clear about that. I'm going to find the truth. You can hide it, but I'm going to find it. Okay.
Oh my goodness. You sound like the last two Latinas I was with for a few years. Love it though. I love it, girl. No, and you're right. I love your heart, because you want to know the truth. And that's something that, and let me talk directly in the camera. When you guys are looking up things up online, AI, okay, you need to fact check it. Don't take it verbatim. Don't take it for gospel. Don't take it for the Bible. That's what it is, and that's what it is. You need to look at a lot of different angles. There's a lot of different sources out here where you can look up into crypto, into all kinds of stuff. We all have the technology on the palm of our hands, right? So if there's something that you're not understanding about crypto or RWAs or D pins, you have the power right there, right in front of you.
Absolutely. Revolution, did you have anything more? Any more questions? No. All right.
No, my AI thing is my problem.
All right. Let's open up the floor to anyone that wants to ask any questions. If you're in the chat right now and you want to come on and ask a question, join my Discord, hop into the lounge for the voice chat, and come on and have a conversation with us. Let's get to the bottom of this stuff, right? So let's Black XX.
What's up, guys?
How's it going, brother?
Yo.
Yeah, I've been kind of like sitting back observing. You know, my journey in crypto is probably similar to everybody else's, but my path has strayed from what most people are doing. When you were talking earlier about the rewards in crypto being slashed, you know, that's one of my main concerns. Is we need to protect that, like with our dying breath, I guess, because that's like what makes crypto, in my eyes, more appealing. Decentralized finance, right? These vehicles that have been create yields that we've never seen, and now we're figuring out like how Wall Street actually works, because we're actually the institution at our own level. and we're finding out how much money they're actually making. And looking at that, like the investment vehicles we have as retail investors, like a 401k, it's the biggest ripoff that's ever existed because we provide the liquidity for the institution. They charge us to use our money, and then they make money off our money, and then we hope that we can make money off our money. And if we lose, it's like that's just how it is, you know. And diving into like decentralized finance, liquidity provision, borrowing and lending protocols, we're realizing how much money they're actually making from collecting fees, arbitrage, etc. I think these are the things that we really need to protect. And I don't know. I was gonna send a letter. I kind of didn't. I felt weird about messaging like you guys. I was on Oz's last thing when I had Stand Crypto on here. But I want to voice my concerns on that as well.
For sure, X, for sure. And you should. You have a perspective, you have a voice, you have an opinion, and it matters, bro. I'm glad you're up here. It's nice to meet you as well. And where are you located at?
I'm in the Chicago area.
Okay, okay. Have you guys met up already?
No, I was gonna when he was talking, I was just trying to be polite, but yeah, if you guys are ever out here, man, you should hit me out, man. We could definitely link up.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. And you know what? I like those rewards because when I barely started learning about crypto, what was I doing? I was on Coinbase and I was doing those learning trading courses where you can earn some crypto at the end of it. And that's exactly what we're protecting here. I've had friends that did this years ago and never gotten rid of that crypto and still holding it till this day. And they're like, yeah, I'm not touching it. I'm holding it still. I'm like, damn, like that's pretty dope. And it's actually worth some money now. So it's super cool. And you took the what is it, the red pill? I love it, bro. I love it because we're in the rat race. I mean, we're all in the rat race, but it's up to us to learn how to get out of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. We got to learn how to get out of it. But I want to take it a step further because when you talk about like collecting rewards on centralized exchanges, that's like the complete opposite of what I'm talking about. I'm talking about completely decentralized, being the custodian of your funds, being able to generate revenue independently of centralized institutions, whether it's via DEXs, borrowing and lending protocols, all the bells and whistles that DeFi has to offer. And we're realizing that, it's pretty common to make 120% return a year on kind of like safer investment vehicles, right? And if you want to really get conservative, it's like really nothing, absolutely nothing to make like 40 to 60% return. So yeah, these are the kind of things that we need to protect, like the decentralized aspect of it. And I know Coinbase and crypto.com, these centralized exchanges, they have a place, and there's value in them. If you don't want to be the custodian, there's cons to it as well. If you lose your money, you're SOL. If someone drains your wallet, it's on you. You don't have FDIC and decentralized finance and whatnot. But having the ability and the option for us retail investors is probably the most important thing for me because I've lost all respect and have a complete distrust for the stock market and things like that. And I haven't fully dove into decentralized finance. I put all my funds in there, and I still do have quite a bit of money in the traditional market. But yeah, just seeing how the rewards work and everything on decentralized finance is what I feel is the most important thing in my eyes we need to protect.
Yeah, I think losing the APY on our stable coins would be one of the worst things to happen in crypto, right? That and also, passing legislation that puts all the risk onto the consumer and none onto the institution. That's probably the second thing. Obviously, we want our bags to pump, right? And we want to earn our APY, but at what cost at the end of the day, right? We want to make sure that this legislation is written properly, and we want to make sure that it's passed too. And the whole stand with crypto thing and the Clarity Act, like if we can come together as a community and while it's in the Senate, reshape it into a way that's good for everyone, it's going to onboard not only the people, the institutions, and the lawmakers, but the rest of the people as well, because everyone that's here that's on this platform, I'm in hundreds of panels, you know, all day long, listening to all these different conversations. We're all talking about all kinds of different things, and this is one of the issues that comes up is the Clarity Act. Is there are provisions in it currently that hurt the consumer, hurt the everyday person. And really it all boils down to we're the people. We elect our leaders to represent us. So I feel like it's very important for us as the people to make sure that those who are in charge that really don't know anything about this stuff, that are passing the legislation, know where we stand as the community. Because where we're at right now is this is the educated community in crypto. This is the top 1% of educated people in crypto.
That's scary too. That's actually really scary.
And most of the people that watch my show are other influencers, other creators. So like I'm not saying I'm the king of kings, but I do I do influence a lot of other influencers through this channel, because the people that watch my stuff, they have massive communities. Mine's brand new. I'm just getting started. It will be massive one day. I know it, but it's a spider web, you know, it's a spider web. Yeah. And all the people in here are massive on multiple platforms. And you know, we have all been saying the same thing. We are worried about the Clarity Act getting pushed through because we want our bags to pump. We want it to get pushed through because it's worded properly. And so I'm hoping that through you and Stand with Crypto, we can actually get that legislation written in the way we as the consumer would want it to be. Right. And that's why I brought you on here, is I wanted to educate you about the Boozman Booker draft. You know, you hadn't even heard of it until you came here. And don't feel bad. No one heard about it until I brought it up, you know, and now the community's starting to do this, right? Because we're talking about it and we're bringing it to light. And I'm hoping that as a community, us coming together and with your influence in the Stand with Crypto and with Miss Nifty's influence, we can actually make a dent. Because like I said earlier, the primaries are coming up. And this is our time to shine, baby. This is when our voices are actually going to be heard. And I hope and I pray that we get it right, because we're at a crossroads right now. And if we start stumbling down the wrong path, it's going to spiral us into a world of control and manipulation of our money. Because crypto can be one or the other. It can be absolute financial freedom in the hands of the people, and it can be total control by the people in power. And the power lines are shifting right now in the world because of crypto, because of technology, because of AI, because of all these different things. The entire world is resetting. So we have an opportunity to make sure the most important part of this reset that is happening is reset in the proper way and putting the power in the hands of the people. Because as we all know, anyone here in crypto understands finance to some point and understands how things have been run in the past, right? Institutions have always had power. There's always been some kind of overlord, and it always stems down to wealth. Whoever has control of the wealth has control of the people, right? And this is the first time in history where the people have control of the wealth. and we need to make sure that it stays that way. That's why I'm so passionate about this. This is why I'm knocking on your guys' door more than anybody else. I have a stack of leads of people to bring on this show, and I've just been focused on Stand with Crypto because you guys are in the space where you guys are really making the difference, and I want to make sure that you guys have the education. I want to make sure that you guys know what's at stake and what is on the table, that there are options, especially with the Clarity Act. It'll still be called the Clarity Act. It'll just be written differently. And this is common practice when things go from the House to the Senate. So this is our opportunity to let our voices be heard, to come together as a community, to stand with crypto firmly and say, this is how it has to be. We cannot allow the powers that have been in control for centuries to continue the way they have. This is our time to shine, baby.
I feel like people who aren't going to live in the future shouldn't get to vote what happens in the future. And I think that's why we're at a stalemate right now. I'm not trying to be mean. We're at a stalemate right now because these older boomers and old Gen Xers are just like, no, I don't like it and I don't want it. I'm like, well, you're not even going to be alive in 10 years. So I don't think you should get to decide what laws are passed if that doesn't make any sense. And I feel like if that was implemented, this stuff would have already been done. This would have just, I'm sorry, millennials, younger Gen Xers, even the, Gen Z, they get it. They get it. They're on board. They're like, fine, I can learn that. But the problem is we're getting held back by people who don't know what it is, who have zero idea what anybody's talking about, and they're not even going to be there when it gets implemented. That's all I'm saying. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, less confusion, fewer surprises, more trust. That's what we need with this Clarity Act. This is for the everyday people, like you were saying, Oz, not just the institutions. I mean, this is to protect the developers that are innovating, the users' rewards. We need to limit the banks from rewriting to benefit their pockets as well, because they do that a lot, and we've seen it. I mean, oh my God, let's not even get into the California. There a lot of shady stuff has been going on over here with Gavin Newsom, and there's people looking into it. But this needs to be about fair rules and no restrictive rules too. And I want the technology to stay here. I don't want to feel like I did last year, where I'm like, shit, I might have to move to El Salvador, and I don't have a problem with anything with El Salvador. I'm Salvadorian, as a matter of fact. So I was like, if I got to go back to the motherland, I'll go back to the motherland. But I want to stay here. This is where my kids are at. This is where my home is at. So
Same.
This is where I want to build my future.
And don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat. If you're wanting to get in on the conversation, join the Discord link in my bio and jump up here, and you have an opportunity to ask any questions you may have. We're coming up on the 1 hour point. I don't know how long you can stay, but if you're willing to stick around and answer questions, it's much appreciated. TikTok seller, did you have any questions you wanted to bring up? I see you there in the chat.
What up, seller? Is that a car flipped upside down, bro? Are you okay?
And I see a lot of amazing creators and moderators here on TikTok. I know I haven't been reading your chats out because we are doing the interview right now, and I appreciate all you guys that showed up. And it's a great thing that we have here with this technology, with social media, with TikTok. TikTok is, I hate it. Okay, I hate it so much as a platform. At the same time, it's different. It hits different because we have these panels where we have the most educated people in economics, in finance, in trading, in crypto, in politics, all coming together and having conversations like we're sitting in a room together. And that's what's different. That's what's beautiful about it.
It is
Yeah,
beautiful, bro. There's so many great minds. Go ahead, brother.
no, I was gonna say that it is cool. I just wanted to say too, about as far as what you were talking about making things fair, right? If now I'm for like let's make things fair, even for let's make it fair on our side towards the government. Like if you want us to be accountable for our taxes and whatnot, yeah, let's get the clarity on that. Let's get the 100% uh, the language on everything, so we know what it is that they want and they know what it is that we want. But let's be fair, like you said. And I think at the end of the day, I think it all comes down, if you ask me, it's as simple as that they want the tax revenue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the no
Taxes.
tax on crypto thing's a pipe dream.
It would be awesome, though. I mean, let's call it. It would be awesome. I mean, why does Dubai and other countries have it? Why can't we have it? Wasn't Trump just recently talking about maybe getting rid of taxes?
Well,
He's
that's a
been
whole.
saying it for a while. But I mean, I think he means his taxes. I don't think he means ours. But I mean, he did cut the 1%, cut their taxes. But I don't think that's how it works in this country.
Well, that's actually another rabbit hole, is that taxes are unconstitutional. There's actually, I believe it's the University of Princeton has a $1 million reward for anyone that can show the law that says that taxes are legal, because it doesn't exist and no one's been able to collect that reward yet. We're going to be having Dr. Adams come on the show here soon, and he's going to explain to us in legally how we don't have to pay taxes.
Oh,
Bro, all
man,
I'm
that's
saying
scary.
is I'm owed some back pay for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
What do we get charged? What, 10 cents on the dollar of anything we buy in California? 10 cents every dollar. That's freaking wild.
And we get taxed on everything we own, everything we buy, everything we earn, everything we do. Like it's
If you buy a house and you finance it and you pay the house off, you still have to pay taxes on it the rest of your life.
Yep.
Yes, you do.
Not in other countries, though.
Yeah.
It's clear we got some broken systems here. That needs some work. But I guess we got to focus on the crypto first, right?
And I believe we all can agree that we're in a great reset, right? This is the great reset. And that being said, this is the time to reset things in a way that can be good for us as the people and take the power out of the corrupt and the evil people. Yeah, freedom. Exactly.
Works for the majority, not the minority.
And just like Revolution's name is Revolution Starts Now. This is the revolution. We are fighting on the front lines of freedom right now. The war will not be fought with guns and cannon fodder. It will be fought in your mind. It will be fought on your phone, on your TV screens, on your computer screens. We are literally on the front lines right now.
Absolutely.
We're soldiers, baby.
We have to do it. I mean, we are like that first gen, right? Or maybe second or even the third gen, but we're still, this is barely the fourth cycle if we still are in a 4-year cycle.
Yeah.
This is still so brand new that we are in the forefront, like you said, Oz, but it is up to us to sign up with standwithcrypto.org. Okay. Make your voice heard and keep on coming to these spaces and sharing your knowledge and your perspective. It's okay to have a nice little debate that's professional, right? Nothing wrong with that at all.
We don't have to hate each other just because we disagree with each other, because really at the end of the day, we all want the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, freedom. I want freedom to use my money how I want to use it. Like XX was saying, wouldn't it be beautiful if we didn't have to do all that DeFi stuff on a VPN and be able to do it freely?
Right?
Yes.
And to leverage trade without a VPN, open up shorts. It's crazy. Yeah. Everyone else gets to do everything and we're in trouble. We're on timeout.
Yep.
Well, when you look at it, right, why the agenda was that they were trying to push that crypto is a money laundering scam, right? And it has nothing to do with that. Obviously, the the issue is it's a threat to every institution that's ever existed. You know, like we've recreated our own institution, our own Wall Street, our own everything, where we're independent of them and we're generating revenue independent of them, and we're seeing how much more or how much they were generating from us, and we're like, oh wow, why do we need you? And that's the threat. It has nothing to do with money laundering and nothing to do with any of that. It's a threat to
Anytime they can, we find a way to not need the powers that be, they attach the boogeyman to it. And this one was, oh, people are laundering money through it, or they're funding awful organizations. Like they attach a boogeyman and they're like, this is why we can't have it. You need us to come in and save you. And it's always like that.
You know what? I think you hit the nail on the head. It's a threat to their system and their way of doing things. It's time to give that threat some teeth. That's what I'm saying here. With pushing all these things that I've been saying and pushing with the Boozman Booker draft with the Clarity Act together, now we're talking about giving the dogs some teeth. That's what it's about. Don't just bark, bite.
TikTok seller says crypto is money laundering and Venezuela was about drugs. I swear it makes sense.
He's being hyperbolic. He's messing with you.
Yeah. Definitely.
And by the way, guys, hit that like button. If you have any questions, join the Discord link in my bio and come up on the panel. What were you saying?
No, I really enjoyed tonight. Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate that. And I look forward to coming back anytime, bro. I had a great time, like I said, and let's keep on educating. Let's keep pushing. I got about another 9 minutes too.
Yeah.
I got to finish some stuff up around here, though.
Absolutely.
But, no, thank you again for having me, and this has been awesome.
Yeah, dude. You're always welcome on the show, man. If you ever pop by on TikTok and we're on a live or whatever, hop in the Discord and I'll send me a message. I'll pop you up anytime randomly. Is cool with me as long as I don't have another guest. I try to schedule them regularly, but not everybody can always make it and stuff, and there's rescheduling and stuff. But yeah, dude, you're always welcome. I'm always down to have this conversation. Even if we're just repeating the same conversation we just had, there's going to be a whole new group of people next time listening and watching.
How often do you go live?
Monday through Friday, 5 to 9 p.m.
Okay. You stay busy, my boy.
Yes, sir.
I love it. No, yeah, it's all about it. I'll definitely make sure to tap in some more, and I'll definitely tag you on some stuff. Can I get a screenshot real quick? Is that okay?
Yeah, whatever you want, man.
I want to get a screenshot. All right, everybody say cheese. Oh, say cheese.
Cheese. Goat tribe.
Cheese to my picture, bro.
LF Goat.
Yeah. All right, I got it. Perfect. I'll go ahead and I'll post that up. Shout out to TikTok. But yeah, man, because you were saying I hate TikTok. I feel you, bro, because they censor us a lot over here. And that's something else we need to do better here in the United States. The censorship is just wild.
It is.
So, and this is why we need decentralized social platforms.
And that's why we're live on Abstract right now. The #1 live stream on Abstract, 5 days in a row, baby.
Let's go. Yeah, Abstract is doing it too. So shout out to you guys. And
look at here. Visibility restricted for 10 minutes. Your live is not eligible for recommendations. Restricted search results for 10 minutes because your live does not comply with the For You feed eligibility standards under the community guidelines. Reasons, misinformation that may cause moderate harm.
How dare you inform people? Exactly. Every time.
Was that TikTok?
Every live on TikTok. This is why we're on Abstract, we're on Twitch, we're on X, we're on YouTube, we're on Pump Fun, we're on Facebook and Instagram, we're everywhere else. And I'm hoping that y'all will offboard from this tyrannical platform and come over to somewhere where it's serious, because literally I can say anything I want anywhere else. This is the only place where if we talk about anything, somebody's going to hit us with some nonsense.
Yeah, I apologize. I may have led us into that.
It wouldn't have mattered.
No,
Honestly, bro.
it happens
No,
every
it
life.
doesn't matter.
We're gonna fight back because I'm tapping on the screen right now, and if you guys are on TikTok, tap on that screen so that we get the algorithm going, and so they don't shut us down.
We're toasty for 10 minutes either way. We're on a timeout.
Yeah, he said he hated TikTok earlier, so it was gonna happen.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
misinformation,
I get
guys.
it. Yeah, TikTok is.
We love
It's
TikTok.
What did we
trash.
say?
It's trash.
We love TikTok Shop.
We love TikTok.
Everything on TikTok Shop is amazing. I order there daily. What did we say that was misinformation? What could we have possibly said? They didn't even get us with the AI.
I was waiting for that one. Yeah, I thought it was going to be me this
It's probably
time.
the
I
tax
honestly did.
What happened? What did we do? TikTok, and see, here's the thing: is there's no appeal process for it. There's no one I can call or reach out to. I have an agent, but my agent says, "Well, we can't do anything until after you've put in an appeal and it's been denied, and there is no appeal available. It's just a 10-minute timeout. You were naughty, so you're on timeout."
Oh my gosh. That's remember when I reposted a video and they flagged me and gave me a strike because I reposted a video they didn't want me to repost, but it had been liked and reposted. But yeah, I got a strike and they're like, "Oh, you cannot appeal this." And I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" And it was about the news and I reposted it and they like slammed me with the strike. I was like, "Okay."
I
Has
think
the
it's
United
just
States
crazy.
on TikTok yet, or whatever happened with that?
Our algorithm is now controlled by the United States. So people who use it in the United States, it's being controlled by TikTok, the TikTok version of the United States.
So it's
if that makes
relearning the algorithm, it's resetting, but at the same time, it's still like
The
learning
censure
right
got
now.
worse.
But you're not allowed to tell people to leave TikTok. I believe that's
Yeah.
what I did. Was we were saying you can't say YT, you can't say Twiller, you can't say
Right.
Switch, you can't say any of those words or immediately.
Ixnay on the other platforms,
Yeah,
Subtract.
pretty much. So
Yeah, I've seen in the comments here that no, it's controlled by the Oracle. What?
yeah,
Oh my
Oracle,
God.
exactly. I actually went to
Oh my
Oracle's
God.
page and blocked them. So Oracle's can't even view my page, but they still.
That is a weird rabbit hole. You guys know that, right? There's no substantiated anything to that. That's just a hysteria. You know that, right? Like I've looked into it. I'm just saying.
I'm willing to try anything at this point. The suppression is real. We tell the truth here, and we don't beat around the bush, and because of that, we're highly censored. Number one censored show in the crypto space on TikTok. So we're doing something right.
Killing it, Oz. You're killing it, bro.
But that's why I'm here. I'm preaching to the other creators so that they can have the information, and because the creators show up, the other influencers show up, and they're here regardless, and so the information does get out. It may not go to the little people, but it will eventually. It's a spider web.
It is, and this is why we stream to multi-platforms. And I'm not gonna say the other ones, but yeah, this centralized stuff is crazy, bro. And this is the same thing that's happening with crypto, right? This is why those chokeholds need to be let loose.
Exactly.
Let us be free. Let us do our thing. We're still on your platform.
Right. And these are the changes we're trying to make, you know? Unfortunately, TikTok is so addictive. Anyway, I don't want to take more of your time, brother. It's 7:30 now. We're hit that hour mark. That's usually about as long as it goes for having the guests on, and I want to allow you to go live your life, be with your kids and whatnot. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I'm very grateful to have you on here. Hopefully I didn't hardball you too much. I didn't go easy on Miss Nifty either, so don't feel bad.
No, I
Thank you
have
for being on the show.
no, absolutely. Thank you both. Thank you, everybody. XX, it was nice to meet you too, bro. And I look forward to meeting you guys again, and whether online or in person, hopefully in person. You know, and maybe I'll hit you up if I go to Vegas anytime soon. I think I'm going to be making a trip out there, so I'll message you if I make any plans. But other than that, guys, let's have a great 2026. Right? We've been working hard all 2025. Let's make this one a better one, and keep grinding, keep building, keep believing, and keep stacking Bitcoin. All right. You guys
Damn right.
take care. Have a great night. Appreciate you.
Hey, thank you,
Likewise.
brother.
Nice talking with you.
All right. What a great guy. I feel really blessed to have people like that here on my show and to have the reach that we have. It may seem small, but it's a spider web. All of you who are watching and listening and involved, you have the opportunity now to spread the information and move forward. And it's just like multi-level marketing. You know, we tell one person and that one person tells three people, and that those three people tell three people, and so on and so forth, and then it spreads like wildfire. So we have I've come to terms with that I'm going to be suppressed because I tell the truth, and I'm not going to get recognition for what I do. But what I do know is the content that I do create is stolen by the spammers, and they have way more larger followings than I do. So the information does get out there. I don't care about the credit. I care about the message.
How old are you, man?
Shit, how old am I now? 37? 37.
Okay. You might be a little too young. I don't know if you remember that game, the Oregon Trail, back in school.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Of course I do. Come on.
Okay, so the Oregon Trail, right? In reality, the people, you're gonna understand the analogy here in a second. So the Oregon Trail, right? The people who were paving the way never saw the end of it, right? Matter of fact, they dealt with a whole bunch of bullshit. They ate their kids, things like that, and whatnot. Not saying that we're the pioneers is, I guess, what I'm getting at, man. You know, we're paving a way when there's no street, there's no structure. Like, we are literally learning everything in real time, and that's cool. And it's kind of bittersweet at the same time, you know, because we may not see the promised land, I guess is what I'm saying. But our children may, you know what I mean? So yeah, we're the pioneers of this. Is all I'm saying.
Absolutely. And guys, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat. If you want to come in and get in on the conversation, click the Discord link in my bio and come in and join. We're going to be sticking around and chatting a little bit longer, and unless no one else has anything else to say, and then I'll rant probably some more. But I'd love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear from the community to talk about these things. You know what? Let's open up the panel on TikTok. The reason why I have everybody come over to Discord for the question and answer is because the way the equipment's set up is Callie wouldn't be able to hear you unless you're in that call. But now that he's not here, we can have the people on TikTok. And same goes for you guys, everyone that's here on Discord. If you're not listening on TikTok, then you won't be able to hear people in the panel. It's an audio issue we haven't been able to solve. I mean, I could...
You kicking us out off?
What's that?
You kicking us out then?
No. You guys can stay. I'm just letting you know. I'm going to open up the panel and see if anybody wants to join here. Wait, it doesn't give me an option anymore. Oh, there it is.
I like what you said, though, that we're paving the way, because it's true. And whether we see it or not, hopefully we put it in the direction that will benefit our children and our children's children for the future, and not just for
Hello.
ourselves, like the right now, how they're voting for the right now, that we're voting for the actual future.
Hi, Belle. How you doing?
Fantastic. I was really enjoying the interview. I came late, so I'm going to look forward to the replay and maybe get my notepad and
See,
make
when he
some
opens the
notes.
panel, I don't think he can
But I
hear us
really
anymore.
hope that Callie will
It's something that we
definitely
can't
come
figure out for
visit
some
us
reason.
again sooner than
I wonder
later.
what is he using like
Yeah,
a
he'll
soundboard?
come and he'll come on again, I'm sure. And if you missed any of this, it's all recorded and uploaded to YT. At the end of the day, the IT guy comes in. All the gifts and everything you send, it all goes towards funding the IT guy to come in and upload all the videos, maintain all the equipment. He cleans all the equipment and vacuums in here and does all the maintenance work for the show. So everything that you guys put forward to that goes to keeping him running. And lately, Revolution has been donating her time. Thank you, Revolution, for donating your time. I don't even think she expected to come up today, but I kind of roped her into it. So thank you, Revolution, for coming on.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just
Yes.
TikTok can't
Okay.
hear you.
Okay.
Wait, Belle, you can hear them?
Yes.
Oh, she can hear you. You guys can hear each other. Wait,
We can hear on TikTok, yeah.
wait, but can Discord hear TikTok?
No, we can't hear Belle. No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You can't-
So they can hear you, but you can't hear them. Where?
It's a little faint, but I can hear them.
Got it.
But I can hear them.
Let me see here. I might be able to fix that. Maybe that fixed it.
Oh, I get what you're saying, TikTok seller.
Yeah.
Hold on here. Somebody. My screen froze. All right, we got Starks.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, if you guys want to come over to just onto TikTok and hop on the panel,
Don't
That's-
make me open that app.
do it.
Don't you dare.
You want to close out Discord or?
Because Discord's echoing a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang up Discord, and we'll.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a chocolate chip cookie.
All right. Good night. All right. What's up, fam? All my
Everybody, hey.
TikTokians.
I see Starks is everywhere, man. I don't know. That guy is just
Starks is my boy.
he's on every live stream. He seems like he's on 24/7, man.
What's up, brother?
Does he sleep?
No, I'm all right, bro. I'm just listening to the conversation. I was doing some research in the background as well. But firstly, how's everyone doing? Lovely live.
Thank you.
Doing well, bro.
Yeah, I was just having a look. Let me see if I've still got it up here. Yeah, basically, the Banking Secrecy Act was updated on the 1st of this year. And now they can look and do whatever they want with your account to in terms of seeing what you're doing as an individual. It's a little bit funny because I wasn't expecting it till next year.
Interesting.
But it's funny, we were all talking about the Clarity Act and how the Clarity Act affects retail. This one's gone under the radar. This is the one that actually affects retail. But yeah.
But what about like Midnight and SXT and different privacy protocols? Won't that, if you use those, you would have that layer of privacy, right?
Well, the thing is, from what I could read at the moment, yeah, it's like different countries have different volume of trading. For example, if I trade $5,000 in the UK, and all I do is use my crypto to buy $5,000 of BTC, then that exchange has to notify the government that I've done this transaction. That's the level that they've got it to now.
Wow.
And that's been passed?
I believe so on the first.
Well, it couldn't have gone
Wow.
to the Senate. It probably passed in the House then.
But let me just have a look. I'm having a look at the Clarity Act of 25 final PDF. But I was looking at that earlier on, and that's why I was looking at this. Let me see if I can go back to this. Global banking standards, the Basel Committee standard for how banks should treat crypto asset exposure and set the implementation by January 1st, 2026. So it's just come into effect.
Interesting. That's not good. So it's
It's not good.
implemented then.
Yes.
So that's something that's like outside of crypto. It's a banking legislation.
It's basically the banks can see everything that you're doing in the bank account. So if you do a large transfer in your bank account, they have to notify the government. It's the same thing with the exchanges comply with the same rule.
That was like a year or two ago. They were any transaction over $600 is reported. Yeah, so that's gone through. I mean, I think we already knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I wonder if crypto is a way to bypass that.
I would say a lot of the major chains, no. But like if you're on a smaller chain, yeah, because they're not really on the radar. If you're on ETH, if you're on a bigger market cap chain, like those are
so a small chain like the XRP ledger because no one uses it.
I mean,
that may even affect PayPal and Venmo.
I think
it affects everything. It affects everything.
I think that's why they did it, was because of PayPal and Venmo, because people were doing primary business through there. So,
the thing is, they're treating the exchanges like banks now in terms of security. The exchanges have to follow the same guidelines the banks do now, so that's where the problem is.
God, it looks like we're going to be so overtaxed.
I wonder if it's a ploy to force people into crypto, right?
To
make them want to adopt it, right?
Hey, you know what the funny thing is? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I found something quite hilarious in this act. The government part of the act which affects Congress and politicians that can invest in crypto and other stock market assets and stuff and commodities, that's going to come into effect at the end of this year. So Trump can still carry on trading the way he wants at the moment.
Interesting. Hey, I'm gonna let you guys chat for a second. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Don't go nowhere. Keep the thing rolling, right? You guys got me?
No problem, boss. We got
thank you.
Boss.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what was one of the biggest takeaways from the interview that you guys enjoyed the most?
Well, I thought I had the conversation with the other woman as well. They're pleasant people. They're regular
Miss
people.
Nifty?
Yes. They're down to earth. They're us, they're not
politicians.
They're not politicians, they're not unreasonable, they're not unrelatable, they're not unapproachable, so they're approachable human beings and relatable. So that's what I've gathered.
Well, they need our help, even if we write emails or snail mail letters. We need to be getting involved in this.
I agree. We're at a crossroad right now where, like, Oz is pushing this, but things could go one way or the other. And they're going to go one way or the other. They're not going to stay like neutral. It's not going to be like, hey, we're going to remain in this limbo forever, wherever we're at. So, whatever direction we want it to go, it's up to us to educate the masses and explain to them what crypto really is, I guess is what I would say. What DeFi is, what all these catchphrases that we use, and push them the right direction.
And Jesse, Revolution Starts Now, had some justified fears about AI moving forward that I think a lot of us need to be like looking into and like writing a small thesis and mailing it off and emailing it out.
Yeah. I mean, how do we? What can we do? Can we all get like a? I mean, we should like get like a group going with that. Like
Well, AI, we have now Caterpillar now makes the biggest AI tractor bulldozer in the world. It's the biggest robot now in the world. That is something to think about for construction and ag. I wouldn't want that thing malfunctioning and, taking out a row of houses. The
Or
wrong row of
destroying all the
houses.
food. Imagine not having any food because of a robot.
Yeah.
What if the robot just decided, you know what, kill all humans? We'll start with their food.
What was it? We don't need it to do the
what was that?
I don't know. They got
somebody dropped.
They got kicked.
Guys,
well,
I just
we don't need a tractor to do the Y2K and then like take out a whole row of food or something,
I found something else interesting in the Clarity Act.
What'd you find?
You could only take $3,000 of crypto in a wallet abroad.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Internationally on a trip?
Yeah, it's if you go to another country, I think it's $300. If I'm reading this correctly, yeah, I'm not gonna look into it 100%, but from the Clarity Act, from what I'm reading, it looks like they've set a limit.
Send that to me, and I'll have Jesse go through it and myself as well, because that's concerning.
It's all on the Clarity. Have you not got a copy of the Clarity Act?
No, I have. What section is it in? I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Normally, when you fly, you're allowed $10,000 in cash.
But I mean,
to a foreign country for immigration purposes.
But I mean, a crypto wallet is not cash, right? It's a bank account, so you're limited on your bank account that you could, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Oh, this is not part of the Clarity Act. My apologies. This is part of the BSA Act. That's just been changed.
Okay.
It used to be $10,000, but now it's come down to $3,000.
By the way, anyone, if you want to read the Clarity Act for yourself, which I propose you all do, I've done it, and if you haven't done it yet, you should. This is where it is, congress.gov/119-Congress/House Bill 3633. You can literally just type in Clarity Act, and it's the congress.gov website. It's right here. It's HR 3633, Digital Asset Market Clarity Act of 2025. And the entire bill here is, all the different sections are here. It's long, ladies and gentlemen, but you should know this. Honestly, everything that goes to vote that affects you, you should be reading. And if you're not a strong reader, you're a busy mom or something, you can easily copy and paste it into ChatGPT and ask it to read it to you while you're making dinner or something and put your pods in. It's that simple. Go ahead, guys. You were saying about the BS something act. What is it called?
Yeah, Binance was fined that 3.5 billion. That was in violation for the BSA Act.
Hold on. Do you know what section it states that?
Well, currently I'm looking at enforcement actions, FinCEN. I'm looking at the act and I'm using AI to understand what it says. And over here in enforcement actions, FinCEN actively enforce these rules with significant penalties for non-compliance. For example, in 2023, Finance received a historic 3.4 billion settlement for willful violation the BSA and sanctions laws. So,
Interesting.
we're here worried about the Clarity Act. I think this BSA is a little bit more important.
And this is already passed, though.
Yeah, this was passed on the 1st. That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
just realized it. That's why I'm telling you.
There's nothing we can do
That's-
about it other than propose new legislation now. Now, was it
Or-
passed in the House or the Senate?
Let me double check.
And here's the
I'm
thing
not
is,
sure.
if it was passed in the House and the Senate, it can still be vetoed. So
Well, can you check that? Can you check that?
I can.
I'm sorry, I've been looking at the screen here. I'm partially sighted. I can only look at it for a certain amount of time.
Was passed by Congress in 1970.
What the?
No, you need to look at the update. You need to look at the update that was done. There were several updates done: 1970, 1990, 1992, 2001, 2020, and the latest one. The ones.
There is no single comprehensive BSA Act of 2026 that has been passed into law. Instead, several significant updates to the rules existing. Investment.
That's what I'm on about.
Okay. So investment advisor AML role. Let me see if I can get it to read it out. Can you read this out loud for us? Can't read out loud. Shoot. Let's see here. So I'll read it for you guys. A final rule requiring most registered investment advisors to accept reporting advisors to establish anti-money laundering AML programs was officially set to take effect January 1st, 2026. However, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network has since issued a proposed rulemaking to postpone the effective date to January 1st, 2028. So it's not in effect till 2028. The OCC Community Bank examination procedures, new procedures for BSA AML, supervision of community banks, institutions with up to 30 billion in assets become effective for examination starting February 1st, 2026. These procedures provide examiners more discretion to reduce the burden and scope of exams for these institutions. So the institutions get less examination. That's great. Residential real estate reporting postponed. A FinCEN rule requiring certain professionals to report information on non-financial transfers of residential real estate was postponed until March 1st, 2026. The Streamline Act, introduced in October 2025, is proposed Senate bill would increase reporting thresholds for currency transaction reports and suspicious activity. Proposed changes include raising CTR limits from 10,000 to 30,000 and SAR limits. This bill has been enacted but aligns with calls for BSA reform. In summary, the specific rules are being implemented or proposed. There is no single new BSA act. So it looks like they postponed most of them. I don't see anything regarding crypto. Let's look a little bit deeper.
See if you can find anything on global banking standards. Because that's the part that concerns us as crypto investors. It also concerns the exchanges.
Let's see. For 2026 Bank Security Act BSA updates. FinCEN is deploying a new tech for heightened scrutiny targeting MSBs, particularly those involved in U.S.-Mexico transactions, viewing failures as national security threats. Financial institutions must enhance AML, CTF programs, and employee training. Community bank burden reduction. The OCC introduced a BAS-AML exam procedure effective February 1st to ease burdens, allowing more examiner discretion. Other agencies are expected to follow with broader in I gotta zoom in on this a little bit. I can't see. I have contacts in and they're just not as good as my glasses. Let's see here. Interagency BSA reform efforts continuing. Corporate transparency. The CTA requires beneficial ownership reporting. DOI remains a critical tool against financial crime, and the courts upholding constitutionality. A new AML CTF program final rule for certain investment advisors becomes effective January 1st. Regulatory modernization
That's
tech.
the bit that I was concerned with.
The investment advisors one?
Yeah, because that's talking about the exchanges.
All right.
I mean, my English terminology ain't particularly brilliant, but I mean, from what I read there, I think that falls into that category.
Let's see. As of January 1st, expands the bank's Secrecy Act requirement, bringing them under federal anti-money laundering and counting financial and terrorism regulations for the first time, requiring them to establish written AML programs, perform customer due diligence, report suspicious activity, and meet. Okay.
That suspicious activity, by the way, could be like me
Anything.
sending you $500.
Yeah, exactly. That anything could be deemed suspicious activity. That's
Yes.
very broad language. That is, I mean, obviously, like every law that is written is an inch closer to more control for the powers that be and less for the people, right? That goes without saying, and we just keep inching that way. That's why I've been like so like staunch with stand with crypto and with the Clarity Act, because it's not passed yet. It's new foundation. This is our opportunity to lay a new foundation, because obviously this is written into law. There's nothing we're going to do to bypass this, and all because it's already a law, everything can be changed with executive order. right? They can change the parameters and everything. All it takes is a swipe of a pen. There's no voting on this. There's nothing we can do as the people. And that's the same thing with the Clarity Act, is if we don't lay the groundwork and set it in stone, then that means that a swipe of a pen can come in and send it down another direction very quickly. So
yeah, the problem I'm seeing with that, yeah, is if the underlying problem that we're all going to be facing is going to be on the BSA, right? And we're all fighting to get regulation on the Clarity Act. We can get regulation on the Clarity Act, but if the problem still remains the same, then that law is still going to be enforced. It doesn't matter how much you clarify the Clarity Act to work on your side. If this law still stands, we still have that problem.
Well, I would imagine that some of these layers in the blockchain that offer security would probably bypass some of that. They'd need some kind of like warrant or reasoning to access certain information. But yeah, as far as privacy goes, we all know it's all on the ledger. There's nothing private. Obviously, that's why I like Midnight so much, you know.
Let me just say something. In terms of privacy, when we talk about privacy, right, there's two levels of privacy. There's one that we've got at the moment, like where we're buying at the moment, and as long as we trade below a certain amount, we're not going to get noticed. But then there's another level of privacy, which is like you can't buy on the exchanges. If these people are offering privacy coins, then they should have their own website that they're selling them from. We don't have that. And the only other option is using the dark web onion sites so you can go and purchase your stuff, but that's not feasible either.
Right. Just like we were talking about using a VPN and stuff like that. Like that's what we're trying to get around. Honestly, I think what we need to do is we need to start writing letters to our congressmen and senators. We can't rely on Stand With Crypto to write every letter for us, right?
And that's what I said when you were excusing yourself for a few minutes.
Yeah. If anyone wants to know how to find their congressman, it's as easy as Google. How do I find my state
and federal representatives? You got to just bombard everybody.
Right, everyone. And it's right here. It's findyourrep.legislature.ca.gov or whatever state it is, and you can type in your address and it'll find it. It'll find it anywhere. It'll give you their phone number, email, anything, and we can all get those numbers and those emails and come together and write an email. If anyone wants to help with that project, I'm willing to help with it too, to write a letter that we can all send out. Starks, if you're willing to work on that with me, I'd love to put a letter together that we can send out, and we can use this tool on the internet to get it out. Also, do not underestimate the power of a phone call. Mind you, I said this earlier, we are the most educated in the crypto space here. The people here in these panels that are doing all this, that are here, we eat, sleep, live, and breathe this stuff. And when you pick up that phone call and you have the conversation we're having right now with your congressman, that's really what's going to make it happen. The email is probably going to go to a secretary. But if you pick up that phone and you're like, hey, I want to talk to this guy, you're going to get through to him. Especially now with the primaries coming up. This is your opportunity.
Especially if we have a cryptid letter we can read to them over the phone very fast.
Exactly.
know?
We can read a letter, say, we've come together as a community and we've written this letter and we'd like to explain it to you and how we feel. And you can talk to your reps. You know, getting in politics is as easy as that. That's where it starts, is letting your voice be heard. It's not hard, guys. It's literally as simple as Googling, putting this information in. I don't want to put in my address here on whatever and pull up, you know, the information.
What are you saying? We should be spamming them with an old cell phone bots or something?
No, that's TikTok seller being silly.
He's funny.
Yeah, using AI. But I mean, I don't see why you couldn't use a chat bot to elocute what you're trying to convey. You can write up something and have it, you know, so you can say, hey, like, this is what we put together, and to save you the trouble from reading it, here is it, or we can read it back to them, whatever. Like, there's lots of options, but it takes you Googling it. It takes you getting that information, taking that next step. Then I wouldn't just email. I wouldn't just call. I do all the above. Any option that they give you, I would go down that avenue. I have, you know, like you reach out and I'd bug them. I'd call once a week. I'd call twice, 3 times a week, man. I'm telling you, rarely, most people are asleep. Okay? They don't care. They will bitch and moan, whine and gripe about whatever is in the news or in politics or whatever, but no one ever does this part. They never go to the website and follow through with anything. So really, it only takes 1 or 2 people to actually make a difference. Nobody really does this stuff. The only kind of people that really do this stuff are like little old ladies and old men who are, you know, bored and have nothing to do and no one to talk to. They're sitting in a retirement home watching, you know, CNN and Fox News all day long. Those are really the only kind of people. And being in this space with crypto, there's not a lot of young people doing it. So when you come forward and you're younger, right? And you reach out to your congressman or senator, they're going to listen to you because no one your age is doing it, right? Especially when you say, yeah, I'm an influencer on social media, blah, 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 blah. They're going to sit up straight in their chair and they're going to listen to you because you're an influencer, because you have say, because you have pull.
If you're serious about this, yeah, and you want to get a proper letter done, you need to highlight the critical points of the BSA legislation that has been changed. Yeah, point it out to the Senate that this isn't right. This is what it's doing. Right? You need to point it out in a way that Congress understands, because like you said, they don't understand crypto. So we need to point everything out and put all the facts in that one letter so there's no discrepancy in what we are actually saying on that letter. Now, I'm from the UK, but I mean, you've got the Clarity Act there, get the BSA Act and stuff, you know, the laws and legislation for that. Have a look at it. Look at what I just said, the banking. I haven't got it in front of me. What I just mentioned to you to look up earlier on, have a look at that, have an in-depth look on that, and use that as a guideline for your letter.
Yeah, I think we should draft a letter, man. Sorry, I got Crypto Rap in the house making faces. What's up, brah?
What's good? Hey, Starks, pleasure to hear from you again, bro. You're a legend, bro, and have so much valuable insight. Oz is a pleasure as well, as always.
Absolutely.
Legends.
Thank you, bro. Nice to meet you again.
Let's see where Crypto Rap, you were saying something about staying with crypto. I figured maybe you want to elaborate.
Oh yeah,
on it.
I was just going through the Coinbase app earlier today, like just kind of as a random. I was actually taking screenshots. I was setting up my Coinbase Commerce account for the first time, and I noticed in the other section of the Coinbase app they actually have Stand with Crypto as a literal clickable section of the other section. It's one of like 3 things in that section. It's a really prominent placement in what is no doubt one of the most popular crypto apps in the United States. So I thought that was really cool. It makes sense because I'm pretty sure Coinbase bankrolls Stand with Crypto. But I just thought that was dope. I just noticed that today.
Yeah, and to have the people that are running Stand with Crypto on my show is like I never would have imagined that I would have such high profile people and rub elbows with the people that I have been lately. And
we met them together, bro.
Yeah, we did.
Met them together out there at the conference.
I actually met them at Rare Evo, but we reconnected.
I met them for the first time, but yeah. That's dope. Leave it to Oz. He's well connected.
I stay well connected. You see how I hustle at these events and stuff.
You're a mover, bro. You're a networker for sure.
Exactly. I do better in person than I do on the internet. I get most of the work done.
I totally believe that, hustler.
You have no idea. Wait till you see me in action. Like, it's ridiculous.
He's a machine. He's person to person, bouncing around the conference like a ping pong ball. He's in there talking to everybody, hooking up those meetings, high profile guests on his show, the works. Nobody hustles like Oz does.
Everybody gets 5 minutes.
Sell anyone a card too? No.
You know, I probably could. I used to sell cars privately, you know, but like
he had that nice Corvette pulled up, so yeah, you would.
Yeah, people were coming to me. They're like, "Who's this guy?" Like, I show up, you know, like to Rare Evo. I'm in a suit. I've got private security. I've got a professional drone pilot following me around with a drone. They're like, "Who is this guy?" You know, you got to dress for the job you want, not the one you have, right? And you know. Amen. At the same time, I'm out there, I'm making moves. We're putting together solid content. You know, we made it into the Rare Evo official videos. Like, not even videos I put it together. Like, we made it in there because we're out there networking. We're pounding the pavement. Like I said, I took 2 months off from this app, but I didn't stop working. You know, I just went out and touched some grass. I got to meet Crypto Rap. We got to hang out. We got lit, had a blast.
Got too lit, bro.
I know. I had to go get a hotel room because like I could not drive, bro. And it was like raining like crazy.
It was crazy that night, bro. Yeah. Now we got some more, bro. We got some more. This year is going to be good. Hey, you know where we should go is a Consensus in Miami, bro, in May. That's going to be a movie. Yeah. Consensus in Miami in May. Obviously, Breakpoint in London in November. There's probably a couple Vegas conferences happening.
I think Rare Evo's in May.
Okay, bet. I might do both, bro. I might fly Vegas to Miami.
Maybe. We shall see. Like I said,
do you
I got
have
kids
anything
and stuff,
in San Francisco or San Jose?
There should be, honestly. I wish there was more crypto representation for such a tech-oriented city. But honestly, there's no high-profile conferences. What I'm thinking is Solana Accelerate happens in the United States at random cities. They did it in New York because there's an central office called Skyline in New York. Their only other central office is in San Francisco. So I'm thinking maybe they'll do it in San Francisco this year.
Yeah, the issue is with San Francisco is it's hard to get in and out of there. Parking's a pain in the ass. I don't know anybody who's ever been to Frisco. It is a pain in the butt. And there's literally poop on the floor when you walk around. They have the poop police out there. It's not really catered to convention style stuff, whereas like LA, San Diego, Vegas,
you
it's very
stay at
easy.
A different town and you ride the BART.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how we do in New York, right? Like usually, yeah. But I see what Oz is saying too, though. Like, if someone pulls up with the Lamborghini in the bay, they're getting their window cracked and their ledger stolen.
Exactly.
Well, this cowgirl drives a full-size truck, you know?
Like, I can pull up in San Diego in the whip and leave it right there on the street, and I know it's good. Like, it ain't going nowhere. It's different.
Like the Bay, though, is a beautiful city to be in and also a great place to visit. So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, I'm excited to do more conferences and keep networking. Dude, I have a stack of leads right here on my desk from everybody that I've been meeting over the last year. And it's more than I can keep up with. I actually, since the beginning of the year, there was a lot of people I reached out to last year that didn't get back to me until after the first. And they're all just like, once they saw like Stand with Crypto coming on the show, and they saw that flyer, the tone kind of changed in the space for sure. So I props to them. They opened up a lot of doors and windows and secret hideouts for sure. So much appreciation to Stand with Crypto. And I didn't mean, by the way, I didn't mean to drill them so hard. Obviously we want the Clarity Act to pass, but let's have it pass. We have an opportunity to make changes to it to be more beneficial for us. Why not fight for it? That's all I'm saying.
Why not? That's
Why
real.
not?
Hey, I got to dip out though, but thanks for the great stream,
thank
bro.
you,
It's been a pleasure. Everyone keep tuning in. Hit that like button. Everybody drop a comment for the good boy Oz. Send a gift if you can. He's a legend. Let's get his algorithm placement back. I want to see this man in triple digit viewership.
We need 4 more heart me's.
Thank you, brother. Man, we need like a dozen galaxies. That's what we need. You know what I hate about this app is they care about money. If I had it my way, I wouldn't have any gifts come in whatsoever, and I just continue paying the staff out of pocket. But unfortunately, the algorithm needs revenue in order for it to process. The tapping only goes so far, the follows only go so far, the sharing only goes so far. It really comes down to dollars and cents with TikTok. That's what I don't like about it, is that you got to hound your people for money in order to succeed. And I don't want to be about that. I don't know if you noticed, like when I first started, man, I had 300 people viewing some of my lives when I first started, and I had over 250 subscribers, and I pushed the payment aspect of it because I understood that's how it went. And once I actually started to get to know the people in the community and what was going on, I was like, I don't want to hound these people for money. Like, I don't want it to be about money. I want it to be about the message and what we're trying to say and do here. And once I stopped doing that, though, everything dropped. And we've been stuck in the $20 or whatever. Honestly, I have to pay TikTok to get my viewership up. That's the only way that it'll work, is so either you pay or I pay. So I've been paying, and honestly, TikTok won't even approve promotion for me anymore because I get hit with so many guidelines all the time. I'm not even allowed to use paid promotion. So unfortunately it's stuck on you guys. And if you don't believe me, I can show you the screenshots. Like, I've had to basically fight TikTok to get my money back because they would
Oz,
take my money and
take that screenshot and make it your background paper.
I could do
for
that.
Real.
Like,
for real.
I paid like $100 for promotion and it didn't even get approved. But they kept the money, and I had to basically go through my credit card company, and it took 6 months before it could even be resolved. It's ridiculous. TikTok is a scam. That's really all they care about, is the money, and it's sad because
what good is this new agency?
They don't do anything. The agency doesn't even do anything. When I get hit with a guideline or whatever, they say, oh, well, you have to submit an appeal. And then if the appeal doesn't get approved, then they'll try to expedite it. But I still get stuck in three days of waiting for a response, and nothing fixes anything. The agency thing is nonsense, if you ask me. And like, they're supposed to come in and, put stuff in the chat and boost your algorithm, and like, they show up once in a blue moon, and they might send a rose or a heart me. They really don't do much, and they make money. They get a percentage of everything
do.
that TikTok's making 60%. They're making 30% of my revenue. I'm making like 25% of my revenue. So they're making more than I do.
Do you need a different agency?
They're all the same.
Oh.
They're all the same. No one's going to do anything for you. It just is what it is. TikTok is broken. That's what it comes down to.
All right, we're gonna write more letters about TikTok being broken too.
Really, what it
send those to the House and the Senate.
For the company, it's working perfectly fine because they're getting people to pay and they don't have to give the viewership and whatnot, and they can put restrictions on people to stop them going too far, and they can keep them at bay.
Right. And, they want to suppress the truth. And unfortunately, this is a show based on truth. So we suffer for it. So we're pushing a boulder uphill trying to grow this show. Whereas I could easily change my whole outlook and just say XRP is going to 11D and scream it at the top of my lungs, and I would blow up. But because I refuse to do that, I'm fighting an uphill battle. So, and I'm okay with it. Like I said, I don't need the recognition because I know that my content is stolen by bots that have hundreds of thousands of followers under my name, and they get paid for it, but I don't care because the message gets out there. It's not about me making money doing this. It's about getting the message out there. And that was one realization that actually brought me back into the space on TikTok and got me doing it again, was when I realized that I'm a lot bigger than I realize. It's just I'm not big on paper on this platform.
Question: have things gotten a lot worse for you in TikTok over the last 4 months?
Yeah. It's just as bad as it ever was.
No, I mean, have they gotten worse for you, or are they bad as what they've always been?
It's what it's always been. Nothing's changed.
You just started seeing some of our videos, right, on your feed?
Yeah, but that's only on the Down the Rabbit Hole show. And my channel is completely banned from TikTok Shop. So I cannot sell any products.
No tappers, huh?
Yeah, because I've received too many guidelines, things and stuff like that. So, but it doesn't matter. To me, I really don't care about the money. I don't care about the recognition. What I care about is getting the message out. That's why I'm back.
And they're not letting you do that either.
Well, I am. They're just not seeing it live. Anything that I record and create and I post gets stolen by a bot, and then it gets out to hundreds of thousands of people.
I haven't been on your profile. I mean, I've been following you for a long time, but I haven't been on your profile for a long time. But I mean, what sort of viewings are you getting on your videos?
200.
See, I'm in the 200 video jail too.
But
am I.
But the same videos on a bot's profile, 20, 50, 100,000 views. So I'm okay with that.
I'll tell you one thing though. One thing I'm noticing, and I posted a few videos to track this as well. A lot of these 200 views that we're getting, they're not real views.
Right.
They're completely bogus views. I mean, on my videos, on some of them, when I first started, I knew how many people watch my videos. So I was testing it because I was so small. I could test it, and I tested it, and it turns out that only about 10% of the views are yours. The rest is AI generated up to 200, 300.
Yeah, this is part of why I started pounding the pavement, going to these conferences and meeting with people face to face, is because I realized that if I continued down the road I'm here on TikTok and through social media, my destiny is in the hands of a robot, a computer, right? And I'm not going to have that. So I'm in person making connections with other people, and I'm hoping that through networking and connection, I can provide a wonderful product for you guys, the viewer, and at the same time grow adjacent to these other creators and other influencers. And that's my plan for now. And if I don't make it that way, I'm okay with it, because technically I am making it because people are seeing it. I'm just not getting the credit for it, and I'm okay with it.
I found 3 things that seem to be working a little bit. I tried one of these viral trends where you make a video that's 10 seconds or less, and that seems to push out to like 400 plus. And then I do some with only the FYP, and then I do a few that say, crypto chat, or, the content I'm making. And I've been experimenting at random, changing.
I hate that it
You
comes
know what
down
it
to that.
is?
You have to manipulate a robot
Yes.
in order to succeed. You can't
Yes.
just create good
Yeah.
content. That's what I love about Abstract so much. Yes, it's very new, but if you know anything about becoming an influencer, the people that get onto platforms first and grow their communities end up being the biggest on those platforms, right? And Abstract still being in beta, we've been the #1 live show on Abstract day after day after day, and we continue to grow there. The followers and the viewers are real people from all around the world, so it's real engagement, it's real viewership. There's no bots whatsoever. So the way I see it is, I'm looking at it long term. That's where I want to put my eggs, in that basket, because it has the most potential to grow. And we're a crypto show. Why wouldn't we want to be live streaming on the blockchain, where there's no algorithm and everything is there forever because it's on the blockchain?
Yeah, I got a question for you. You were supposed to send me the address, not the address, the link to Dollar from.
Oh, my apologies. I'll do that tonight. I'm sorry, man. I'm very busy, man. I will take care of that.
I'm sending them an email, but they're not responding, bro. And it's been like 2 months now, and I'm like, bugger this. I'm gonna find another one now.
Dude, it took me 6 months to get in there, bros. Be patient. And you also have to meet criteria. So another thing that they're looking for is people that have established viewership already, you know what I mean? Large following. I was able to weasel my way in with my incredible networking skills. So because I met with them, bypassing the email, bypassing everything, I met with them face to face. So that's how I was able to do it, was by being there in person, them seeing me, my personality, and what I have to offer, and bypassing the robot.
You got lucky, bro. I see some of the people on there. I go on there sometimes and I check out the live streams, and you've got some people playing games, you've got some people talking crypto and whatnot, but it's very, very new. In fact, one might say it's too new still.
Yeah, it's very new. It's in beta still.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 5 years down the road with this one, but we have a consistent viewership between 5 and 10 people, which is not bad. There's only 14 people watching on TikTok right now, and I'm sure half of them are bots. So the way I see it is it's more real and it's more opportunity. It's just going to take time, and I'm okay with that. I realized one day that I'm in this for the long haul, and I'm just stacking up content daily by doing this, recording it, uploading it to YouTube. And I I think with consistency over time, it'll be fine. And if not, I'm okay with it because I've made amazing relationships with people all over the world and connections. And I've been exposed to new projects that have helped me to gain revenue and continue doing what I'm doing. So it just is what it is, you know, and like I said, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that, you know, a lot of people are getting annoyed with this system here that we got. So I think over the next 12 months, a lot of people are going to be looking for other platforms, and they're going to be looking for stuff that's not so controlled.
Yeah, I
think
that's what I love
that
about
platform's
Abstract.
perfect.
No AI, no algorithm. It's based off
That's what I'm saying.
performance. So the more you're performing, the higher up you are on the ladder.
That's what drew me to that as well. But unfortunately, I'm still waiting to get approved. But we'll see what happens.
Give it time, man. Just be patient. I had to be patient too. And you have to understand, they only allow so many creators to join on there every so often. I think they've allowed 2 bundles of creators over the last year. Okay, I just happened to catch the second wave.
Do they have like a launch date for those batches?
It just launched in January of last year. It was like January or February last year. That's how long it's been up and running. So it's very new. So I would say be patient, keep plugging in. I show up on X every day. Even now I still do it, but before I would show up on X every day on Abstract and Dahlia's platform, and I would like every video and I'd comment on every video like, hey, I want to get in, and I'd leave my wallet address. Until one day Dahlia posted, hey, we're accepting new creators. Drop your wallet address if you want to join. I dropped it. I sent her like a dozen messages. I spammed that thing for days. I think it took like a week of spamming that comment to finally get in there. So it wasn't like, you know, as easy as I make it sound. It was difficult. It was very difficult.
Right, I got you, bro. Okay.
But, you know, obviously because we had met face to face, and I was like, hey, remember me from Rare Evo and blah, 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 blah. And I'm sending them my drone footage from Rare Evo and pictures of me with Dahlia on her page and everything. And like that, you know, anything I could do to get noticed, you know, and I pushed.
Right, I got you. Yeah, that little leg in the door already.
Right.
So it was a bit, just push the door open a bit.
And like, now that I've established that connection, they see me on Abstract. I'm going live all the time. I'm up high on the ladder on Abstract. You know, I will do my best to, you know, put the word out there for you, but you have to understand they've got 100,000 people messaging them the same thing that you and I are. You know, so it's
okay.
It's about being the tallest weed, you know. the squeakiest wheel. And so
Well, I was just thinking about Queens of the Chain, you know, maybe we should have a show on there.
Absolutely. I think it would do well too, because
it would be a female novelty act, you know, too. You know?
If you've been on there, there's not much.
No, there's not.
Not much. It's very new. There's a handful of people doing it. And I feel very blessed to be there amongst that handful. But if you can get on there and you've got something of quality, a good podcast, it's going to do well. Because the majority of it is people playing Pudgy Penguins games.
I build and sell computers. That's what I wanted to do on there. You know, some tech reviews on computer components and stuff. But hey, we'll see what happens now.
I say just keep plugging in, bro. I literally 5 to 10 times a day am liking everything on there. anything that has to do with abstract on any platform, I was on there, and I was trying to stick out. That's what I would recommend for you to do. And I would recommend to find out where abstract is going to be at an event and show up. Be there face to face and say, hey, I've heard of your platform. One of my friends live streams on there, and tell them who I am or whatever, and give them my freaking name. I'll message them and give you a good word, you know. I'll do whatever I can, but what I would say is touch grass. Go out there and meet them in person. And you might be able...
I'm in the UK now, that's the problem.
They're coming to London. I told you this.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's coming up. So, you know, make it happen, Captain. You know, that's the best I can say. But I'll tell you, I probably would have got in sooner because they were shilling me while I was there. They were trying to get me to sign up, and I was like, yeah, whatever, right with it. And it wasn't until after the whole thing's done, I start researching and looking into all my leads that I get. Like I said, I got a stack of leads right here of just everything. And I start looking into these projects and doing research and stuff. And then once I did, I was like, oh man, I messed up. I should have been on top of that. Well, then I had, if I had been right there and been like, yeah, sign me up, I bet you she would have approved me right then and there. And I wouldn't have had to go through all that. So, but now you're at least a head start ahead of me. You know, when you go there, what you want.
Yeah.
I stumbled into it.
Yeah, I'm going to look into that tonight. I'm going to put that on the venue list, and I'm going to go down to that event.
That's what I would do. And if anything, you're going to have a good time. And you're going to make some good content. Guarantee it.
Yeah,
I wish I could attend
as well.
Yeah, I wish I could attend. I would be on that.
Hey, maybe something comes up when you can attend.
Yeah, you never know. For me, I have to have like a lot of advance. Like Rare Evo, I booked that like months and months and months advanced, you know, because I have, you know, kids and planning and the show, and there's just everything that I'm doing all the time. Like, it's hard for me to do stuff. Like, in order to line up all this Stand with Crypto and everything that I've had done, I had to take 2 months off from the show, which has not been helping my algorithm at all. So like, it's a give and a take thing. Like, I have to find the balance. When is what happening, JFM?
Anyway.
When is what happening? People, when you're in the chat, you have to be more descriptive. You have to
probably Rare Evo.
Probably. I'm guessing. The event in London, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I know it's coming up though. Let's see here. Anybody else want to come up here? Let's invite a few people. I'm hanging out. We got like 30 more minutes for the show or whatever, so we'll give some people an opportunity to come up. What's up, Scotty?
What's going on, Oz? How are you?
Hey, glad to have you, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Did you catch the first act?
Good, thank you.
What's that, Oz?
Did you catch the first act? The guest.
I did not.
Oh, brother, make sure you go and you watch it on YouTube. Anyone that missed the beginning of this, make sure you go to YouTube. One of the best interviews we've had on this show, by far.
Who was it?
Yeah, him and Miss Nifty, the two people from Stand with Crypto. Great shows, especially this one, because we really got into it. Because as time progresses, I'm digging in a little bit deeper into things, and the wheels are turning more, and so like I'm having the opportunity to ask more and more deeper questions. So it was definitely powerful.
I'll check it out, brother, on YouTube.
So what's up with you, brother? You doing the live things again? You back to?
I'm doing it a little bit, not every week because it's been the holidays and all that. But yeah, I'm doing it a little, man. Honestly, it's I'm not really playing in crypto much. I'm in metals right now, hardcore. So it's
Absolutely.
taking a lot of my time.
Dude, I've been in metals for like the last 9 months before all this happened.
Yeah, I made the move in September. I shifted out of my crypto bags and into metals, and I
Nice.
don't regret not one day since then.
Good for you, bro.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we've been talking about buying silver since, gosh, April. I think maybe even before that, March.
I've been in silver for 18 years, man.
Oh yeah, same here. I buy hard
Like,
silver.
it's been my forever.
Yeah, I go to the thrift stores and the swap meets and stuff, yard sales, and I buy stuff that people don't know what they have, and I buy it for pennies on the dollar. I have a nice little collection of spoons and forks and decanter things and all kinds of stuff, vases. I bought 5 ounces of silver, and it's not silver plated, it's silver, and it's a what is it, it's like a mixer for drinks or whatever, and it, on top of what it being in silver, it's also an antique from like the 1920s.
Oh, it's a shaker.
Yeah,
Strainer.
yeah, and I bought that thing for $2 at a yard sale.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna sell it. I'm just gonna sit on it. You know, I'm sitting on a silver mine. I own a silver mine here, but it's gonna take 20 years to even open that thing up, turn it into something.
Yeah, that's a journey of love for sure. Doesn't happen quick.
I'm hoping to offload it though. I've been trying to get offers on the silver mine because I figured now would be the time maybe people are starting to think about mining again in the future because the price is going up.
Too much money to bring it up to OSHA code standards.
Yeah, but as the price goes up in value over the next 20 years, someone would be looking to buy now because the property value is going to go up over time. The mine's going to go up in value over time. The metals are going to go up in value over time. So if someone was looking to open a silver mine, the time to buy the land and the minerals is now.
Yeah, mining's always a fickle thing. You need those values up for it to be more cost effective.
Yeah, and that's the issue I'm having right now is getting the price I want for
gold.
it.
I was in gold country up in Butte County up north, and I had a mine that ran underneath my house. So we
Literally
got to
sitting on a
hear
gold
from
mine.
the old timers how expensive it was to re-timber, just to re-timber an old abandoned mine.
Come on, I have to say it. You're literally sitting on a gold mine. I had to say that. Sorry.
Yeah, I was.
Well, with supply shock now in silver, right? So we have supply shock, and that's going to drive the price up. Eventually, with such a supply shock and the price going up so high, you don't understand. Like gold, we use gold, right, for computer chips, but it's a finite amount. Silver's in everything. It's in medicine. It's in chemtrails. It's in deodorant. It's in everything. Like, so silver, when it hits a supply
to copper now.
Right, but what I'm saying is the silver, as the price goes up and supply shock the way it is right now, it's going to skyrocket to crazy prices to where it's going to have to be mined because they need it. They need it to produce the products that we use. So, and it takes 20 years to start mining. So, that being said, that's why
they're talking about mining asteroids too.
Yeah, but that's more than 20 years out.
The thing with copper, guys, is it's not exactly comparable. It's got good conductivity, but its thermal qualities can't match silver. There's a lot of applications where copper won't be used.
And
Well, I got to hear the NVIDIA speak today on Crypto Never Sleeps Live. And boy, they're using a lot of copper for that. And they weren't talking about any other precious metals.
but can
They
you
did
kill
not mention
vampires with
silver at
copper?
all. They have a new cooling system for the giant supercomputers.
Did you hear Oz, though? You can't kill vampires with copper.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Hey guys, since you're talking about investments and you're looking at potential investments, I'm looking at computer chips myself at the moment. Specifically storage devices, M.2 storage and graphics cards. They're going to shoot up by about 200-300% in the next 12 months.
Interesting you say that, because my IT guy says, hey, you need more hard drive storage and you need more solid state storage.
Better do it now.
Yeah, I better buy it now.
Well, 2 months ago, less than 2 months ago, I bought a 2 terabyte storage drive for $115. Today, if I was to buy the same storage drive, it'll cost me $175. So the prices have already started rising, but they're going to rise slowly over the next 12 months. And then the next thing, while this is going on, the next part is we're going to face a silica shortage, which is going to drive the prices up even further.
That was my next statement.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is?
And palladium.
I built this studio, right, last year. We started building it in, I think, February or March. And I started just buying everything I could, the building materials, the computers, the electronics, and everything for it. It's already at its used value, doubled in value from what I spent from it. It's crazy. The GPU in my computer is worth almost 3 times what I paid for it. Like,
what one you got?
I think it's like 4090 something. I don't know. It's the IT guy knows all that stuff. He put all this together for me. He's like, this is what you need to buy for what you want to do. And that's why we're able to multi-stream on all platforms simultaneously. The only thing slowing down this live stream is the internet, because we're Starlink out here. So we can push as much as Starlink can handle.
What's that? 42 megabits?
No, it's a lot more than that, bro.
Yeah, a lot more than that.
We're running 2 Starlinks simultaneously.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot. We're pushing a lot, and we're running 4K on multiple platforms. So it's quite a bit.
What about the helium systems?
You'd have to ask the IT guy. I just told him, I said, hey, make a shopping list and here's a credit card. Make
you
it so.
helium mining as well?
Yeah. I could probably mine
fantastic.
crypto with this whole setup here. I don't see why not. I could probably handle it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah,
Trust me.
I know.
I'm a former miner.
I used to mine too back in the day. Like I spent more money on the equipment than I got in return. It was a waste.
Oh man, my story's the complete opposite, bro.
Really? Oh, lucky for you.
I had one graphics card and I used to play this game called MCV, and one of the guys on there says, oh, your graphics card's really good for mining, you'll get you $5 a day. And I go, well, what's that gonna do? And I added it up and I thought, hold on, that's a nice amount, yeah? So I started mining on it. And then I went and bought another one and another one and another one. Then I had a full mining rig mining. Then I had 2 mining rigs mining. And basically I spent in total about 3.5 or 4 grand on equipment. And the total return was over 10.
Nice. That's not bad.
And the funny part is, And the funny part is, right? Here's the crazy part. With the graphics cards going up again, I've still got 2-3 of them graphics cards, the 3060 Ti's.
Yeah.
And right now, they're valued at about £200, and I paid £500 each at that time. But in about 7 months' time, I'm going to get a full return on them as well. I'm going to get my
Nice.
£500 back on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at here with all this equipment. I'm like, man, even if I decide I'm not going to do social media anymore and just quit doing this, I could sell everything used and double my money now.
Yeah, hey, you'll get a lot more in about 12 months.
That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not going to quit. Guys, you already saw, like, you thought I quit there for a while, didn't you? A couple months there, you thought I quit.
Yeah.
Nope, I was just out networking, just making, and the proof's in the pudding from having Stand with Crypto up here, you know, and so like I'm still pushing. I just realized that I was not gonna bring anything of value to the space by interviewing and talking to the same creators that are all talking to each other all the time. It's always the same regurgitated nonsense on here, the same speculation, nothing new added to the space. And I was like, we need to bring new information here. We need to reach out and actually make a difference, make a change. And so that's why I went out and did what I did.
Oh, fair dues, bro. It was a lovely live.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Because like I can get up here and scream about XRP is not going to 10K only so much. You know what I mean? It's time to graduate.
Well, and I want to thank Scotty for his anti-TikTok bullying show that he did that one evening. I mean, that was really needed at the time, and I really want to thank him for caring enough to do that.
That's awesome, man. You want to elaborate on that, Scotty?
No, I mean, I've always taken the position that it doesn't matter what we're on here for, what our want is on the platform, and it still comes down to how you treat people. And if you want me to listen to you or take knowledge from you, it starts first with me making a decision on how you treat people. And bullies don't get my attention in a good way; they get them in a bad way.
Absolutely.
And I wish there wasn't such an environment on this platform where people are afraid to speak up and call people out in the moment. It's far too much after the fact in other lives and behind the scenes. If people would call out that type of crap when it happens in the moment, then these people wouldn't get to benefit from treating other humans like pieces of garbage.
I
Just
did.
because they want more followers.
I agree.
I went after David.
You know, I saw it happening, and that's part of the reason why I stepped away when I did, because I didn't want to be caught up in it, and I didn't want my name to be one of the names that's named in it. You know what I mean? So that's part of why I went out and touched grass, because I saw it coming. You know, I knew, especially when the markets weren't doing well and it was going down, everyone was screaming to the moon. I was pretty much one of the only people on here saying that it ain't going down like that, and it put everybody at each other's throats. I didn't want to be a part of it. And you know, there were other creators that were sending me, I'm not going to name any names, but they were sending me videos of their back and forths with these other creators, making fun of each other and doing different stuff. And I told them, I said, hey man, you're better than that. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this is wrong. And they're like, oh, well, they started it first and they've been saying that. And I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't mean you stoop to their level. You're way beyond that. You can do so much better. You don't have to embellish in that kind of behavior. I'm like, and I noticed after I had said that, they made a change, and they became more positive and quit doing that. And kudos to them. But yeah, it's a really big problem here in this space, and thank you for doing that. I honestly, if you want to do more of that, I'd love to get in on that with you.
Yeah, for sure. We can talk. I mean, I'm no different on here than I am in person. There's certain things I can't talk about on here that I do for business side, but I'm a consultant. I'm dealing with corporations on a daily basis. That's my bread and butter. So when we talk about what are these larger entities up to, I always tell people, look at me as a reference. I'll tell you what they're doing because I'm in the boardrooms with them. I'm the one that sees their P&Ls. I'm the one that helps them build their budgets, do their CapExes. I'm that guy. So if you want to know what they're doing with their money, I know. Can I tell the company that I'm dealing with? Absolutely not. I'm under NDAs right now, 4 of them. But I can tell you what different industries are doing and where they're putting their money.
Likewise. I have several NDAs. I actually broke one of them, but kind of fudged the line a little bit. Didn't name the company, but said what they were doing. But yeah, I know what you mean, man.
It's so hard.
It's so hard, especially.
I want to name company names so badly on here sometimes because sometimes just saying a name gets people to give their head a shake and understand that you're not full of shit.
Right.
But it's out of respect. This is how I feed my family and create a future for my children. So unfortunately, I love you all, but you're not worth the risk.
Yeah. See,
No.
my career's over. I'm retired. I'm done. This is my career now. So there's a part of me that's like, maybe I'll just say it. But then also it's like, okay, what legal issues am I going to deal with now? Am I going to get shut down because of it? Am I going to, end up owing a bunch of money and having to go back to work because of it? And then no one wanted to take me, kind of thing. So I'm sticking to it. I only got few years left on my NDAs, and then I'm going to freaking blow the lid off this crap.
And I see TikTok seller in the chat about everyone about the NDAs. It's a really good topic that I don't think anyone has actually dug into on what NDAs truly mean. There's different NDAs. For me, because I'm a consultant, the NDAs are more of a non-compete and unable to divulge financial information. So if you're a company and you give me access to your financials, you surely don't want me going around town sharing that.
Absolutely.
My uncle was research and development in Silicon Valley for like Maxim.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
GE,
TikTok. I know it wasn't a shot.
Intel, a bunch of those places, So when he died, the Men in Black literally showed up to his house and they took every hard drive, every computer, every piece of paper, napkin he ever doodled on was confiscated.
A lot of people have a form of an NDA just in their 9-to-5 jobs. It's right in their original offer letters in the fine print, and that's a form of an NDA. Non-compete clauses. Sometimes it's a year. Unable to approach any contacts or vendors that the company exposed you to. So there's a lot of this that goes on that if you're not in that world, you may not understand how much fine print there really is.
Yeah, mine is more or less like because I did audio engineering. I'm sitting in these company meetings, and I'm just running like the audio, right? And so I'm not allowed to say anything. But they only carry for 5 to 7 years. So once they're up, I can say whatever I want.
I'm feeling left out now. I ain't got an NDA.
You want one? I'll give you an NDA.
No,
I'll
I
write
don't
one up
want
for
one.
you.
I've got a static form ready to go, Starks, with your name on it.
Yeah.
I'll sign it if there's a job attached with it.
Maybe. Hey, down the road, you never know. I'm hoping that this whole production expands one day and becomes global and much bigger than it is now. Obviously, we're a baby in this space. I've only been doing this for months. It hasn't even been a year yet. So, and that's one thing the IT guy was telling me. He's like, because there are times where I was like, man, this ain't worth the headache. I'm like, all I do is work on creating content and preparing for the show, and I'm spending money. I'm bleeding out like crazy. And I mean, obviously he wants to keep his job, but at the same time, he's like, dude, you're just getting started, man. Like it takes people years to get to where you're at right now. He's like, you've already jumped leaps and bounds. He's like, just keep going with it. So here I am. Well, it's 9:00, guys. Thank you all for showing up and hanging out. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat. Follow everybody here on the panel. Make sure you follow Cali Crypto 714 here on TikTok, X, and wherever else he may be. We appreciate him. Make sure you follow Revolution Starts Now. And thank you guys for showing up. And don't forget, if you missed part of the show, it's on YouTube. You can check it out there on YouTube. And I would say, like, some of these shows maybe aren't worth watching, but the ones where I have the special guests on, and I'm going to start labeling them special guest so-and-so in the title, watch those. Those are going to be worth watching because we're going to be having some really high profile people on here, and it's only going to get higher up that ladder as we go. Like the people I'm in DMs with, you wouldn't even believe. It's pretty phenomenal. And I don't want to give out names. I don't want to be a name dropper, and I don't want to divulge who's coming on until I've got them locked in and a flyer made. But there's some big people coming for sure. 100%. So make sure you guys send me a follow and set your notifications on TikTok here. So when I go live, you know that I'm live. And I game as well. We've been doing a crypto gaming live stream on Abstract and Twitch only. Where we have the Discord open. Bell's actually been on it a couple times, and we talk crypto and we game, and we're onboarding normies through gaming. So when I get a new squad with new people, we're onboarding them into the crypto space, and we're onboarding them in a way where we can educate them and help them. Because one of the number one questions I get is, what coin should I buy right now? And first thing I tell them is none of them. I tell them, watch the show, get educated, and then let's talk about investing and getting you on track. So we're helping to keep people from getting scammed and keep them going. And don't forget to join the Discord, guys. The Discord link is in my bio. If you have trouble getting in through the link, all you got to do is copy the link and put it in your browser, and then it should come right up. But if you do have that problem, it means you have like malware or spyware on your device, which means that your crypto keys could be being keystroked. So if that's the case, you should probably think about going through your apps and deleting anything that could potentially have that on there. One thing that I found out is that when you would click on it to go into Discord and it would have that, and you'd like try to click again or click back, it would take you directly to that app. So if that happens to you, make sure you delete that app because your keys are at risk. All right, chat. I'll see y'all later. Have a good night.
Good night.
See you later, bro.
How's everybody doing today? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Welcome to the Ledger Lounge. I am Ozthecryptogoat, and we got some pretty exciting news for XRP today. Who saw the exciting news? Oh my goodness, can you believe it? Exciting news, just breaking news like less than an hour ago or so. Breaking news on XRP. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. We're going to talk about it today. And we have Jesse here with us. Today, we have a special guest coming on. Hopefully more than one special guest. We shall see. We shall see how many guests we have today. But Francesca did confirm she is coming on the show today. I'm really excited. I've been waiting to speak with Francesca on here for weeks now. So it'll be really cool. It'll be really cool. And we're going to keep it light and casual. We're not talking anything White Rock today. I'm done with that. I'm walking away from it. I'm washing my hands. What needed to be done was done, and that's it for me. I have no reason to continue with any of that. So here we are. We want to talk about XRP, right? We all want to talk about XRP, don't we? This is the Ledger Lounge. It's based off of XRP. XRP is the cornerstone. You know what? I forgot to put up the little ghost. We got our little ghost guy here. He's been with us for a very long time. I wonder when he gets to go away. I can't wait till I can take the ghost down. I'm not gonna lie. The ghost has been on this screen for so freaking long. I'm ready to take him away. I'm ready to put this guy. I'm ready to put this guy right here. That's what I